Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Snastcast. Okay, that was the intro, and here's the talk. Go.
Hey,
Wait, we gotta say her name.
Wait,
Talk,
yeah, we do
monkey.
have to.
John was really bad.
What?
Hey,
Shut up, John.
Brad,
They
say
don't-
your name.
I'm Brad.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Robbie.
Wait, we'll get
Wait,
to you. I'm
yeah.
John,
I'm Jake.
I'm Grant.
and we have a special guest here,
Robbie.
Robbie.
Robert.
Robbie.
Robbie.
Hi. Robin.
From our high school where we get
From
high in the
Batcave.
school all the
Robert
time.
Maple.
Where we
School of
definitely
High.
did not fail a bunch of classes and all had to stay back.
Introduce yourself, Robbie. What's your name again?
I'm Robbie.
Oh, okay.
Robert.
More introduction for you.
There you go.
So what's so special about you? Why do you deserve to be on the Snastcast?
Because I know you, and I guess that's a good enough qualification.
Yes. Okay.
He also makes YouTube poops, so.
Oh yeah. What's
Yeah.
your channel?
It's did that 233.
233, not 223.
Can we just call you Did That?
Or
Because I probably won't remember your name.
Did that?
did that?
I'm just gonna call you
Yeah.
Robin.
But
Holy hepatitis, Batman.
anyway,
Yeah, hepatitis.
Russ though.
Hey,
Let's talk.
Robbie.
about
Robbie.
Robbie's
Robbie,
gotta start
hey,
with
Robbie,
a nice
yeah.
sexy
Yeah,
anecdote.
So, Robbie, what's on your mind right now? What are you
Robbie,
thinking about?
Entertain us.
All right. I have.
What the fuck is going on in this world?
I have
Okay,
an
Brad,
interesting
chill.
conversation
What?
with a bot.
With the bot on Kick
Kick.
Messenger,
Yeah.
where
And
People-
I can't find Kick right now. What the hell? Oh, there it is.
people set up bots on Kick to like attract people into dating websites or like just virus websites.
That's cool.
So I got about like 5 messages from people, and it's all like, "Hey, sexy," or "Are you there?" And so I responded with, well, she started with "You here?" and I said,
Me here.
"Unknow it, and then you will know."
Okay, hang on. I'll read the bot part and then you read your part.
Okay.
You here? Question mark equals end parenthesis.
Unknow it, and then you will know.
Hey, hello. How are you?
I am concurrently transversing in the 4th paradigm with a species known as Ake Scar.
I just got done eating some Chick-fil-A. I love that place.
Yes, a subordinate to an ordinary mind conjures the thought of buying a low-level bird of stature. Have you ever tried turkey?
Well, I'm trying on underwear. You sound nice.
How is it conceivable that I sound nice? I have offered no formal opinion on any issue or object. There is no evidence to support your hypothesis, and therefore I ask that you reject your previous statement as a falsehood.
You have any pics? I'm on my friend's Kick username, but here's one of me. Lady in a purple sports bra.
And then I sent, here's a pic, just to see if she would think I was sending a pic.
Another pic with the same lady in white bikini.
Bow, 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 bow.
What you think, babe, equals D.
And the trials of the 10-toed rose began. 2 was 1 and he was all, but a system of integrated voices. Hear them? Then he judges of 16 different kingdoms came. There was a deaf man with no eyes and a creature of a sacred lagoon. Their verdict? Death, in prison for a crime that was once illegal. And on and off again tried the furious force of flames. Burned through as a nightmare of their shrivels heard like a precarious jetliner in the night, slicing into thin air looking for an updraft.
Sorry, I must have the wrong person.
No, I am the person you have been searching for your entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was dating advice with Robbie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give our special guest Robbie.
Kick dating.
Robbie the
Story.
Robbie the master of women over
The
here.
ladies' man.
So Robbie,
Yeah.
how does
The
that
suave
woman make you
persuader.
feel inside?
How did that robot lady make you feel?
How did that make you feel?
How did
Well, I
that?
had like 5 chicks texting me at the same time, so it
Yeah.
felt pretty good.
Yeah.
It felt very good.
Did she
First
seem like?
question,
How did she
what?
seem like? Average or like? What do you
Well,
think?
obviously they're fake pics, so extremely above average.
There's some.
Ugh.
Are they just like really based?
Incredibly. You could probably like reverse Google search that and find like probably a bazillion different websites using that picture.
Yeah.
They like to steal things.
What?
Does
People
anybody
on-
else have any cool bots?
People on the internet like to steal things? What is this madness?
I don't know.
I can read my text I got from that priest that one time.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
You gotta text.
Are we doing a role playing thing, or are you just?
I'm just gonna read it.
I'll
off.
be the priest.
It's not really that.
I'll be the one who molests children.
I'll be the priest.
I've
I'll
always
be
wanted
the
to molest
priest.
kids.
Let me see if I
And
can
now we
find
get
it.
to molest kids with no
Now, where
risk
is
or
this?
danger.
Oh, is this it?
Virtually
I-
in a strange digital
that's not
world.
it.
And you
This
can
is
tell
another
them it's
good one.
because God wants it.
Oh,
God does want it.
You have like
God,
so
Why are
many
you
that
doing
say
this?
amen.
Because Jesus. That's
I
why.
know. Random people around like New Year's just started texting me amen, and I have no idea why the
dude,
fuck.
look at this.
That's
Like-
scary.
I don't know why the fuck they would do
Wait,
that.
one is amen.
When the
Wait,
ball,
what?
Okay.
when the ball
Okay,
dropped,
okay,
everyone
okay.
was turning toward you.
Okay. Can I
I
start?
stabbed you.
well, like in VHS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll. Merry Christmas.
This is
from
a picture, by
our-
the way. This is on a picture.
Merry Christmas from our house to yours, mate. The Lord lift up his countenance from these and give you the peace.
Guess what? Guess what it's quoting? Numbers 6 semicolon 26.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
It's from the book of Numbers.
Now what's the next
Oh,
one?
It's like a
And
number
this
station.
is the year of wealth, health, and prosperity. Family is wealth, loving yourself is health, and making sound choices is prosperity. Let's love one another just a little bit more in 2015.
No, it goes balloon.
Balloon Party Popper 2015 Party Popper Balloon.
All hail party.
Or individuality. The dress is. Insert a dress here. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Praise the prophets.
Who is
L.
this?
Ron Hubbard.
Greetings, Pastor.
Praise him.
Shut up!
This is Sister C. How are you, ND family?
How big?
You have the wrong number, sister.
This is Pastor H.
Okay. The thing about this is that, like, oh wait, no. It's this.
Oh,
Never mind.
no? Okay.
Okay, no, I thought that text was like, greetings, Pastor. This is sister, or whatever the fuck her name is.
This is
And then like I would get a text saying like, oh, this is Pastor Hemite.
Hemite.
I don't know.
This is Pastor H. What's your
No.
reply? I do apologize. However, you do live in. More than welcome to attend the seminar. Who is this?
And then I get this fucking just weird thing.
Would you rather pay taxes on the seed or the harvest?
That was in the picture.
Wait, if you have an IRA or 401k, you will pay taxes on the harvest. With your product, you pay taxes on the seed. Hashtag, you do the math! We are destroyed due to the lack of knowledge in our community. We do not prosper for our own future financially, mainly because we do not know what tools are available to us. Our end team has made it a priority to educate our community and those who we care about. Please join us for a free financial seminar on January 10th, 2015 at 1 p.m. Start a new year off with rightly planning your future. Bring a friend. Please let me
Holy
know
shit.
if you will attend. Love of Christ always.
Sounds
Sister
like
C.
Time Cube.
Wait, I thought it was Pastor Ace talking.
So
Now
they're
it's
an
just-
anarchist cult.
But I don't live in N.
Do you live in M?
Yeah, I'm in school. So can you just like delete my number?
GMOK, you will please call me when you get a minute.
I don't have time to call you. I'm trying to cover Black Sabbath.
Are you pastor or the wife?
That's where it ends.
Are you a pastor or the
You
wife?
should have told them you were like covering.
I'm in school right now.
You
Is
should've
this the
told-
pastor or
you
the
should-
wife?
You should have told them you were like tattooing Marilyn Manson lyrics on your penis and like.
Yeah.
I'm sucking my own dick
I'm
right
playing,
now.
I'm playing Doom. I'm playing Doom while watching watching
Cannibal
Pulp.
Holocaust.
Yeah, watching Cannibal Holocaust and getting Marilyn Manson lyrics tattooed onto my penis.
I'm just
getting a pentagram
On my tattooed on my penis. forehead
right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. It's like that.
now.
That see, it's like that quote from the Kingsman. I'm
Speaking of tattoos, what do you guys think of tattoos?
tattoos are
They're
kind
stupid.
of
They're kinda cool.
Like,
I don't like the big arm sleeves.
Like, don't get a fucking tribal tattoo because you're a douchebag if you get one of those.
That's
But
true.
like, if you get one, it's actually kind of interesting. Like, or like, if you get one for like your mom died and you get like your birth date on it, great. You love your mom. Awesome. That's
I-
good for you. But if you
Like
get like
Grant,
a
yeah.
giant like tribal tattoo or like a giant freaking like
Snake.
Irish cross or like something stupid like
Celtic,
that.
like
Yeah, like if you get like Celtic shit or like tribal shit.
But
then
what
you're
if you?
stupid.
What if you're actually like a part of a tribe, or you're actually like?
If it's if you're getting a tatau,
Yeah.
If it's a towel, if it actually like,
Only
means
if it
something,
lets
not
you
just some
do
fucking thing
sick
you
double
find in a book.
executions
but
so you get a
only,
towel.
only if we live in Far Cry 3 and your tattoo gives you sick assassination skills.
Grant, what would you ever consider getting a tattoo?
You get a tattoo
Oh
of a
shit! I
pot
just
leaf and
spilled
you just
all over
hide it.
myself.
I don't.
Like just from the.
I don't know what it's supposed to feel like getting
What?
a tattoo. Like I've heard two different kind of things. People say it's like getting like a just like
probably
like consecutive bee stings, or it's like someone just
It's-
like a small person punching you in like
It's
wherever
probably,
they
it's probably
want
like
to.
just like if somebody if you took a thumbtack and just started
Yeah.
stabbing your arm over and over again.
What it is, it's just like the needle is like actually like a hollow tube, and then inside there are these little tiny needles that have like ink like on them. Basically, it's like feeding a pen into it. And what they do is they put the needle. So like pretend my hand is the tube. I'm doing a really dirty thing. So they put like say the couch is the skin.
dirty.
Like they put it up to it, and then it goes it like pulsates like this. And,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hits, and like
That's
hits your
dirty.
skin and like barely punctures your skin and puts like ink in there, and it does that.
So, does
so
it
I
put
think the
ink
bee sting-
on your
the
skin
bee
or like
sting
right under your skin?
It's in your skin. It's supposed to dye the pigment like in
Huh.
your skin.
It's
So it,
probably
it pierces your skin. Like the needle is supposed to pierce your skin, but it doesn't go like really far, and it's just like a kind of a surface thing. So I would make it would make sense. Like the bee stings comparison would make sense.
And it just freaks
These
me out.
things
I don't
really
wanna do
hurt
it.
though.
I want to get a tattoo of a Bowser from Super Mario playing a double neck guitar.
God, get out of here!
Wearing
Stop.
sunglasses and winking, and then he's surfing, and behind that is a cross, and behind that is a pot leaf, and
Mine
then
has a quote that's just like.
and then
Happy
it says
birthday.
"Happy Birthday, Rick"
The
at the
fact
top.
that you
He'll like that.
memorized
Happy
that whole
birthday,
tat-
Rick.
Yeah.
The fact that you memorized that whole tattoo is ridiculous.
I don't think I would ever. I would never want to get a tattoo.
I should get that tattoo from that Tumblr picture where it's a cat riding a skateboard made out of pizza, and it says "Get me out of here."
Like there's no tattoo I would want to get. There's nothing that I think, oh, I want that permanently on my body because it's so cool. Like there's nothing that for me.
I think certain tattoos are okay, but tattoos where it's like a meme or like a popular culture thing, like I just don't.
It has to be an
if I-
abstract, deep, independent
If
art.
it's going on your skin, it has to be your own personal thing that
Yeah,
you like really feel strongly about.
Like, you're
if
not-
if I got a tattoo, it would probably be to like commemorate like some major event or something that I thought was like cool that I want to remember. Like I saw this one guy. He went to
He has
he went to-
9/11 on his balls.
No, he went to Africa and he got bit. He was swimming in a river and he got bit by a tigerfish apparently, and so he tattooed like the teeth mark,
like where the scar was.
Yeah, he tattooed the scars and put like the date of his trip, basically, like the tattoo of like the teeth mark.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Or like if your child is born, you tattoo your child's baby face onto your ass.
Oh god,
yeah.
Or you
Get
get
your
like
kids,
your
you
or
get
you
their
get like
ass
your cat's face on your arm.
Like
No, it's gotta be your
tattoos-
ass cheek, because your ass cheek or your chest, because it has to have enough surface area. If it's just your cat's face in your arm, it's gonna wrap.
Well, it's just
around
because
your
we're
arm.
all super skinny. Like if you're buff, then you can get it on your arm.
I know,
Or
but I
you
feel
can.
like
I can
even
like
the
put,
cat's
like
face
anybody
would be
could put
small.
their whole hand around my wrist. Like I'm a skinny dude.
Yeah, but an ass cheek is a nice like round surface too.
You can get that.
It's a little bulbous, so you
I
can
don't
jiggle
have a
like
butt.
the cat's face and it looks funny.
I don't.
They look fun.
I
No.
would do that to like people.
Like if I
Hey,
think
give me my ass
Great
cheeks.
idea. Okay, listen to this tattoo idea. So it's like a Muppet, but it's tattooed sideways on your butt. So one half is on one cheek, the other's on the other, so you can like make it talk.
By twerking or something.
It's like you get the
You just
face.
sit like
it's
this, and you're like, hello.
It's like the thing where you put googly eyes on your chin and then like
yeah.
videotape yourself upside down. And you just put like eyes on your chin.
It's
and
like a
just,
weird troll.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that like a series of Corn Pops commercials? Had like lots
Yeah.
of those chin
And
monster things.
The Amazing World of Gumball has a character that's just that.
That's gross.
I like the look of that show, but I don't like the writing.
I don't like the look of this.
I don't. It's not funny to me that much. It's
Wasn't
just,
Aaron Paul? Didn't he do a Corn Pops commercial? I was sworn like
he did some sort of cereal commercial. I think.
yeah, I think it was Corn Pops.
Corn
Gotta
Pops?
have my pops. Yeah.
He did.
Gotta have my pops.
Didn't he do? He did a. It was either an Xbox commercial or
It
a
was
Titanfall
Xbox.
commercial.
I'm gonna go.
Was it just for
or was
Xbox?
it- He probably did it.
That's what I'm wondering.
Xbox.
Maybe it was both.
I mean, he did
Because
the
it was-
Corn Pops commercial way like when he was like not even famous.
Yeah. You know, it was probably an Xbox commercial, but like promoting Titanfall 2.
Yeah,
Because he was just like, Xbox is so cool.
Have any of you seen like his audition tapes for Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
No,
I thought it's just like him reading the part where like Walter comes up to the door with like all the money from his bank account, and like I don't know, I did not really see it. Like,
you thought they like? Do you think like he didn't act it well, or they chose a shitty part for him to act?
well, I don't know. Like as a caster, I probably wouldn't have picked him.
I just think it's
You
funny,
didn't
like
see the other people. Maybe everyone else was really shitty.
Maybe.
well, there's a big difference when you're like auditioning because you're just like in a room.
Yeah.
Well,
really
when you're
awkward.
acting and you're on like a set with the other actors and stuff like that, it could, yeah, exactly. It's awkward. And like one of the things I saw was they did. I think it was actually really smart. They did an audition for The Office, and there's a whole like audition tape of like all these other people auditioning. So you had like for Dwight, you had I think Seth Rogen audition for Dwight, and
God, you would be horrible.
and stuff like that. And, but the thing is The Office is like the way they shoot it. There's no music or anything like that. It's a pretty just like, but like just the concept sitting in an office and doing work is a boring idea. So the idea of having the auditions are in a boring setting, it kind of works, you know. But like it's so funny when you look at all the other people who like auditioned for Michael. I think the Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
Did like he's Saul in Breaking Bad, and it's like you see him, you're like that was pretty good, and then Steve Carell goes up, oh this is Michael, and then you just, even though you know he's Michael, you would have still picked him just if
They
you
actually
didn't
had
see
Bob
him.
do an episode of
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah,
because he's
of
a writer.
Office,
He did a
and-
bunch of SNL. He did this. He wrote this skit in SNL, the Chris Farley motivational speaker one, where he falls on the table on accident.
Oh.
That's the best one. Where he's like tightening his buttons, like there's you, there's me, there's, and he falls on the table, and they all freak out. And David Spade is trying his hardest. And he's just like covering his hands, and Christina Applegate's too, and she's it's so much fun.
The only
Get
good
back
part-
on the right track.
The only times I've like really enjoyed SNL is whenever like they try not to laugh. You
Yeah.
know, it's like,
when they break
like
characters.
the John,
Yeah,
the
they're
John
really-
Mulaney, Bill Hader
Yeah.
thing that they used to do with Stefan. Like
where he'd
Stefan,
write in different things for cue cards.
like those
and
were
then they
great.
practice.
That was a great segment.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. Stefan was really good. Like I like the character, and just the fact that he was like laughing the entire time, like he broke character so much. Like,
And it's funny that Stefan was funny, and yet everything he says is the same exact thing. It's like an ad lib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could just erase all the words in it and then just replace it. Like I go to this club called blank,
Random
Yeah.
word.
and then
random word.
then the bouncer is blank. Here you might find blank, blank, and blank. Like that's all the structure of it.
Well, you can
But the words they do are so fucking random that
They're-
it's still hilarious.
like-
there was one where the club was literally just called.
One was
And he,
I like
he was like
Bossy.
hissing at the camera, and he just got out like the last sound, and then you heard him like choke, and he like coughed out like the last hissing sound, and then just like put his head on the table and was like laughing so hard.
There's another. I think there's one where it's like the host is overweight game show host Fat Sajak and stuff like that.
And like also at the end of them, they always say they have this, and then it's like, what's that? And then it's some like weird.
My
messed
favorite
up thing
one
with
is
midgets.
it's like human luggage, and it's like what is it? Oh, you have a midget wear all your clothes, and you drag them through the airport on roller skates. It's so dumb. It's so funny.
I think for all the jokes like for every one joke that SNL does really good and it's really funny, there's like 100 that just fall flat.
Yeah.
Because whenever I watch like a new episode of that show, it's always like, huh, like at one part, and then the rest of it is just like. It's not
Well, I've
There's some
heard
good. There's some pretty good like sketches. Like I'd say like about. There's some pretty good sketches each episode, I'd say, but none of them are like super laugh out loud funny, except for like every couple of weeks.
Dwayne Johnson was really good though. Like some of his stuff was ridiculous, but it's because Dwayne Johnson has done both. Like they've had like actors on the show and stuff, but Dwayne like actors do acting. They don't always have comedians on the show 100% of the time. Like I think they kind of prefer comedians, but they have like actors on the show who are like dramatic acting. So like Christoph Waltz was a guest, and like Christoph Waltz isn't like supposed to be a comedic actor, so it's weird. But then when you get The Rock, who like who just hams it up in the wrestling ring, he can ham it up in all the other stuff he did. But I think another thing that was funny is that the funniest part of The Rock's thing was a digital short. And I think it's like the idea that live comedy is a hit or miss thing. While when you have time to plan it out and shoot it and stuff with the digital shorts and a set and all and like a script, it's way better.
Yeah, the digital shorts are pretty good. Like some of the Lonely Island ones, like the really great day one was pretty good, where he's on coke and like going around.
All the Lonely, like the Lonely Island stuff was just funny because of how because nearly every Lonely Island song just starts out pretty normal until it just some weird, just totally weird.
Have you heard like one of the first ones where it's like Awesome Town or whatever it's called? Oh my god!
Did you guys notice that the Lonely Island and Reggie Watt were in the Oscar performance of Everything Is Awesome? That was really weird. Like I just saw Reggie Watt in the background. Like I don't know what he was even doing, but you could just saw a glimpse of his hair, and I'm like, that's Reggie Watt. And then Lonely Island came out and started rapping, and I was like, this is
wait, that's a song from Lego Movie, right?
Yeah. It was one of the nominees for like best original song or whatever.
Yeah,
was that movie good?
That movie was great. The Lego Movie was really good.
I haven't watched it.
It was a lot like it's definitely like I don't know. I thought it was really funny and like there was a nice kind of like plot. I don't know if I'd call it a twist. Maybe a twist. I don't know. It kind of threw off like your whole like view of the movie, but it was very very like well done. I thought, and
the humor is like.
It's pretty juvenile.
It's like 5th grade to 7th grade type humor.
It's really juvenile.
Did it make you laugh at least?
It made me chuckle, but I was kind of embarrassed like watching it with other people.
Oh, I wasn't that way at all. I was like dying laughing.
Like I wasn't embarrassed the whole time, but there were moments where it was just like, oh, this is kind of awkward.
It's very like a lot of the humor is pretty juvenile, but they do put in like a lot of really really good like. Pretty good, like I don't know how to say it. It has a lot of juvenile humor, but a lot of it's really good, and it's just kind of like it's so like
it's a solid movie. It's a solid movie, but you just have to be into the kind of
the thing that I thought
demographic.
The thing that I thought it did really well is it knew what kind of like it knew what it was and like what it was doing, and it. Like
I kind of got that too.
Like they obviously like they knew they were making a movie based on a toy. Like they could, and they were not taking itself like plot seriously wise or anything like that.
So you could make like a neo-noir film and shoot it with animated Legos.
Speaking of Neo, like the plot is basically The Matrix.
No, I don't think the plot is basically The Matrix. I think you can draw similarities because they both kind of like use. Generic like archetypes in their characters. Cliches.
A lot of the events are pretty similar though.
If you want to talk like writing,
but because there was that one episode of that Cinema Sin spin-off YouTube channel.
Which one?
It was like no, it wasn't a spin-off. It was Cinema Sin. So there's this one channel that does these videos where it compares movies to other movies.
I never saw the comparison one. I've seen Cinema Sin.
Yeah, they just started doing
John, unless you say Cinema Sin's like 5 cents fast.
Cinema Sin, Cinema Sin, Cinema Sin, Cinema Sin, Cinema Sin.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Sin.
But that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there was a video comparing The Matrix to
I'll have to check that out.
And it just does like but the thing is, it just cherry picks examples. They're not necessarily the same, but they're both kind of
just because they use the
cliche.
There's also it's acted really well. There's
voice
acted, but yeah,
I heard
really
Liam Neeson was a really good voice actor.
Yeah, he plays bad cop in that, and he's pretty good.
Who plays good? I thought he voiced good cop and bad cop.
Does he voice good cop?
Yeah.
Well, he uses like a
voice like
he talks in a silly voice for good cop.
Yeah.
And
I think.
It's really good. Also, it's one of like the best looking movies I've ever seen. It's just there's a lot going on and they did it really well.
One thing that bugged me though is one of the things I saw. I think it was like a trailer of it or some like clip on YouTube. It was like he's like gets a spaceship and he goes nuts. And he has a spaceship, and it's like this mismatched looking thing, and there's all sorts of shit sticking off of it.
That's the one played by Charlie Day.
Yeah, and the whole idea, though, is that, like, so, I mean, I what I see in that is like oh, it's like a kid. It's like a little kid building a spaceship. Yeah. He's going to build the most mismatched thing ever because he wants to just throw shit on it. Mm-hmm. And yet they release a Lego set that's the exact same thing, and it's like telling you,
this is how you be creative.
It's like telling you, giving you exact directions to make something mismatched. Like that's not the point.
It kind of like ties into the theme of like you have to see.
They addressed that in the movie.
I don't want to spoil any of it because there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about in it, but that would like ruin the entire movie pretty much. But there's a lot of like theme things that kind of tie into stuff like that, and like it's very like there's one part that I thought you know what part it is that I'm talking about.
Gotta be a little.
It's
more
the part that the huge twist part, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Like that part was really. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah.
Like that changed the whole way you look at the movie, and I thought it was really interesting. Like you'll know when you see it. It's. I think overall it was a very well done movie. There were parts where I was like on the floor laughing because I just. It's a goofy movie and it's really well done and it's genuine and well acted and funny and just very like it's incredibly just a fun movie. I thought.
Well, it's if you watch it, it's gonna be what you expect, pretty much.
Lego movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I expected it to be like goofy and silly and stuff. I just didn't expect it to be good at the same time. Is what I was thinking.
I love a Lego movie where like it wasn't made out of ordered sets, or maybe like an independent movie that was made with Legos, where it's not like nothing looks ordered. It's pretty shitty, like kind of built and like using all these like mismatched parts and stuff. Because that would be a little. I think it'd be a lot stronger. You know, the idea of all creativity, kind of.
Well, you can get like just boxes of just
I know.
Legos.
But like, because I mean, one of the things I would do, like,
Pure
I
Legos,
remember
it's the pure element.
we bought, like, me and my brothers got like this pirate ship for Christmas or something, Lego, and we never. I don't think we like tried to, but like, Legos are super easy to build, but like, we tried to. We just didn't have the patience to build the whole pirate ship. It would look fucking awesome if we did. But we just never did it. And then, but we had a lot of fun playing with all the pirate ship parts and stuff, and just the base, like design of the ship. You can do anything.
Well, like
super cool.
for Christmas this year, we got my brother like the architecture like Lego studio thing because they have a bunch of like architecture series like Legos where you build like buildings and stuff. But they have a studio one where it comes with all white pieces, but it comes with a huge ton of them, and it basically comes with a booklet that says like. These are different architecture techniques, and then you're supposed to like use these parts to build.
That's awesome.
To build
really
like
cool.
architecture buildings, basically using, and all the pieces are like.
Wait, architecture buildings, as in every building?
Well, yeah. I don't know. You're supposed to just experiment with it, but the book doesn't come with instructions on how to build stuff.
Yeah,
it comes
that's
with
cool.
like tips on like good architecture practices and ways to like utilize the pieces that you have in like interesting ways and stuff, and it's really cool. And it's like it's like a studio thing.
That's good. Like,
cool.
You want to do dumb stuff with it? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
but
it's like
it's
like a more serious version of that. Like I have like at my house, I have a giant tub that's just full of straight Lego pieces that we buy, and you can just make whatever with it. The funny thing is, I made a giant solid brick of Legos that weighs like basically it probably weighs like 6 pounds at this point. And it's like a solid cube of Legos, which is the thing I decided to make because apparently I just have no imagination. I don't know.
I remember every time also not Legos but like Duplos, those bigger blocks.
Yeah.
I would always make ships.
I always
they
made
were
guns.
always really long and really really skinny. I never made a ship any other way.
I always made guns. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a violent
Guns
child.
with Duplos.
I always make
guys, Mega Blocks or Legos?
Legos. But I had a fucking comparison.
But
just throwing that out there.
When you play with Legos and Mega Blocks, do you integrate them together?
Yeah.
Or do you keep them segregated?
Well,
Kind of.
yeah.
I strictly segregate them.
What about
they don't fit right if you try and do that.
What about Playmobil?
I did it for Brad.
It does work.
It didn't work for me.
They look kind of dumb because some of them have like rounded corners and stuff.
What about Playmobiles? Anybody remember those things?
No.
My cousins had tons of those, and they were fun.
What about Tinker Toys? Anybody born in the 1950s?
I actually had Tinker Toys. I had Tinker Toys too.
I did too, but I always thought they were really old because they were.
Well, I didn't think they were old. They were just fun, but they were just like really not.
Did you guys play with Lincoln Logs, where you could only make square log cabins out of them?
I had that too.
Wait, that's what I was talking about. What was I saying?
Tinker Toys.
I had Tinker Toys.
Were the ones that were like the wooden like wheels.
I
and,
meant
like,
Lincoln Logs.
Yeah,
I had Tinker Toys.
Yeah,
too.
Lincoln Logs. You can only make like square cabins with them.
Yeah.
I just made really tall towers.
Yeah, me too.
That's the only thing you can do. The only thing you can make with Lincoln Logs is square cabins.
Yeah,
Well,
That's the point.
well,
though.
boxy cabins, I guess.
Yeah.
I would make like little mansions and stuff. I was like really good with Legos and crap.
They had different lengths of Lincoln Logs that you can kind of add on.
Oh, they have different lengths of these straight beams that we can make square cabins with.
Well, it's realistic to real life.
And they had like roof pieces
Yeah, I
and
guess.
stuff too, but like I don't know.
I guess I just had the basic Lincoln Log set that had like 2 different sizes and like
Okay, guys. If you could only have one, Legos or Minecraft?
Legos.
You just give up Minecraft.
Many Legos.
Yeah, dude, I don't play Minecraft right now, but I still play with my Legos. Like, I have a giant table full of all my Lego sets I built, and I'll still go downstairs when I'm watching a movie and just pull out some Lego sets and just tinker with them.
I don't have any Legos anymore, so
I play with my Star Destroyer all the time, like that giant one that I built, because it has a bunch of stuff inside. So I have little battles inside. Like I have dudes who are like Jedis and fight and stuff.
Is Star Destroyer what you nicknamed your penis?
Yeah.
I play with my Star Destroyer.
I play with my Star Destroyer all the time.
I cut it open and look at all the little guys.
The Jedi's battle the Sith and but I have like these two like really big like carrier ships that I have like battle, and then I have like divided out into sides and stuff. I still play with Legos, and I'm 18.
Yeah, but would you give up Minecraft for it? Really?
I don't play Minecraft now.
Would you give up the dank memes?
Would you
No.
give up
Legos.
the dank memes?
I would not give up the dank memes.
I
for
wouldn't
Legos,
give up
John.
mine.
I need
don't
the
know.
dank.
I need
Because
the dank. But
Legos are anti-social. You're playing with them by yourself unless you invite your friends over. But then Minecraft, you can play on servers and you do a whole bunch of.
And
I
also,
can play with
Minecraft
Legos
is
with
like.
friends.
Minecraft.
I think the
is
other thing
awesome.
that I would go with Legos because I don't ever like play Minecraft. But the thing about Minecraft is like it's a huge like if you play it on
It's
PC,
infinite,
it's like it's
theoretically.
next to infinite.
Yeah.
It is.
So
each individual map isn't infinite. It's 4 times the land area.
it's
Of
ridiculous.
It would
So-
take you
It's-
several days of straight like walking.
It's essential. It's essentially.
There's a guy who actually did that on YouTube, and he got to a part where like the random generation like started being like the landscape gets all like weird and fucked up and stuff, and it like starts lagging out, and eventually you get to a point where the landscape is so weird and like the generator like the landscape generated is just so fucked up that it'll like crash your computer.
And the thing with Minecraft is Minecraft has exploration. You're fine. Like I don't know. I really don't play it really. So you guys have to back me up on this. But like, can't you find like caves and stuff like that? And like finding like, oh, I might build something here,
And I think that's the thing with Legos. You can just look at all your big box of Legos and say, oh, what can I build with all of these? With Minecraft, it's like looking at a big landscape and thinking, what can I build on this? Or what will this look like when I'm done?
I could see that. Like, it'd be like I think I'd miss Minecraft, but I would still choose Legos. But like I know on like when we had a really good server going in like early high school that we had whitelisted people on, and I know I'd made like a house that was carved into a mountain, and I had like huge branch mines going out in every direction. I turned my house into like a nightclub basically, and I decorated it. I made a machine that auto spawns cows and then drops them into a slaughterhouse that I can just murder them for resources, and I had a kind of like a basic electricity system using water and lava and stuff. And
well, that's the thing. It's also with Legos. I feel like it's like almost improv. You know, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and then you think of new things to build. Well, with Minecraft, when you're building a house or something, or like a big complex, you kind of have a plan. You have a pretty basic idea about what you're gonna build. With Legos, it would kind of suck if every time you played, you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to build. You know. It makes sense if you have a set, but not if you're just a big tub.
Yeah, I think with Minecraft, like I built, like you definitely build like a basic, and then you kind of add onto it as you go. Like I started out with a really basic house, and I eventually built it into this crazy thing that I was describing. And like I made a giant underground obsidian vault that had like a secret entrance. So you hit a hidden button, and it opened up a door behind a painting, and you like jumped in, and it was like I did all this cool stuff that like took me years to make. Honestly, like. Just building onto like what I had, and it's just like I think the thing about Minecraft is like you start out like in survival mode, like you gotta build a house and gather resources, but once you do that, you can just do whatever the fuck you want, and it gets really crazy. Like I think it's not really fair to compare the experience of like Legos and Minecraft exactly because they're
one is a video game.
Yeah, they're different. Like
the only thing that's the same is construction.
Yeah, the blocky construction part I think is the same.
An unlimited amount of Legos or an unlimited Minecraft creative.
Unlimited amount of Legos for sure.
Yeah, seriously.
Are you fucking stupid, John?
Yeah.
Yeah,
what about you,
5,
Robbie?
I can't-
You've been quiet.
An army of Harry Potter guys versus an army of clone troopers. Like that's basically it's what it is. The only Legos things they make is just Harry Potter and Star Wars.
Have you ever seen the
Star Wars Legos are super good though.
They're really good. That's why they make them. And Harry Potter, it's like, oh shit, that kid has the castle. He's rich as fuck.
I had the castle. It
But
was
yeah,
super
for
good.
me to choose Legos over Minecraft, I'd have to have like infinite Legos.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I'm poor. I can't buy
No,
more Legos.
Jake, you just hooked
I
up
still
the
get
wireless
Legos
phone.
every Christmas and every birthday.
Like I don't get it.
I got the Arkham Asylum Legos for Christmas this year.
I still enjoy
They're really good.
what I got though.
Like I like playing with Legos. I just never get a chance to. So.
I got a helicopter that came with an electric motor and like runs and you can like change the gear. You can like spin a wheel and it like changes what gears are aligned, so it like runs different parts of it, which is really cool. Like there's a hook that'll like spin up and then the back rotor will spin and the top rotor will spin and like it's really cool. I like it. It was really hard to build though, like so many freaking gear combinations.
Yeah, same here.
Robbie, what do you think of the rapper Krispy Kreme?
Robbie.
God, we talked about this last time. Why are we going
He's
on?
pretty good though.
He's good.
Pretty good rapper.
We
He's
talked
a
about
pretty good
Krispy
white
Kreme.
rapper.
He's a pretty good
He's got
rapper.
a talk show right now with like the chairs like this.
So, Robbie, what do you think of the recent Middle East something about that? I don't know.
Like
What happened in the Middle East recently?
What did happen in the Middle East?
That was caused
recently?
by John making trolling people on the Iranian chat group.
What?
What if there were people? Yeah, you should find an Iranian depression chat group.
No.
Okay, so you're an American soldier, right? You're dicking around in your Humvee with your gay buddies and sucking each other off. But then an IED goes off and
then what
Iraqi
you do?
citizens coming up to you and you're like, dude, I got my legs blown off, and you're like, I don't care. Well, and your buddy's like, I don't care. What would you do? Would you go?
Well, I just said I don't care. So.
No.
your
Your buddies
said
say
he
they don't care. What they're thinking? What do you want to help this faggot, little gay boy? What would you do?
Well, okay, is he like an enemy Iraqi or like just a civilian?
They're all enemies.
This is a
Robbie.
really convoluted
all-
scenario.
Well, obviously not.
He's Iraqi.
Every Iraqi is a terrorist. So what are you gonna
Well,
do?
then, if that's the case, then I have to shoot him.
Wow, Robbie.
Just don't just
Robbie, how
help him, but
insensitive.
shoot him.
war crime and you go to jail for the rest of your life.
Well,
get
you just said
executed.
they're all enemies.
That's like a
Why are you listening to me?
that's like a
I'm just the one
Nazi
making the
Germany
story.
existed and they just killed people, but we're like, no, we can't kill them. That's mean.
Just shoot him and go back to sucking dick.
Yeah.
They're the enemy, but you can't shoot them because that would be bad.
Speaking of like terrorism in Iraq, I was watching. I think I watched in way too many ISIS propaganda videos last night because I mean, like.
You can never have
30
enough
seconds
ISIS
of one of them is enough
Yeah.
for like a month. So I watched, I think, like half an hour worth of ISIS propaganda shit, and I started getting like really desensitized to it. But if there's two things I like, it's those like I think they call them naheeds, which are like they get young people to sing these like basically
the
they're like power ballads to like Allah. And that shit, I said Allah was shitty. Yeah. So, but they have like this really weird synth to them that makes them sound like heavenly almost.
Yeah.
Put like an echo in.
And the other thing is that like I don't want to be like a big like whoa.
I'm just thinking of like
filmmaking, but like
anymore. Except
quote
like,
unquote cinematography of ISIS videos is like actually halfway decent. For
Yeah.
like a terrorism group, you think they just have like shitty iPhone videos where the camera's always shaking, or it's like pointing at some guy's crotch for an inordinate amount of time? And here it's like they just like have all these cuts and they have all these filters and it's crazy.
In the Middle East, isn't their music like 20 years behind in their movies and stuff? Something like that? Cause
I don't know. I mean, the government like bans.
I think I've heard of that.
Like in Saudi Arabia, they have
Makes
Sharia
sense.
law, so the government bans a lot of like
And they're like
Yeah.
a theocracy too. It's
Federalist.
It takes a really long time for like I guess Western culture or our American culture to get to them. So maybe they're just now like getting their hands on these high quality like cameras.
Like what?
And now they're not shooting on their crappy like
Flip
phones and stuff.
We just stole them from someplace.
Yeah.
They're not filming each other like doing the monkey bars at the playground and be like, this is our training facility.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a playground behind
They
the
just
elementary
learned about
school.
middies.
Yeah.
I can picture just ISIS like getting their hands on like Interstellar and then praising Nolan as their new god or some stupid shit.
Hello, Nolan.
I don't know. No, that's the other thing in those propaganda videos. Like they showed like scenes of them like doing battles. They say Allahu Akbar like every other sentence. It's ridiculous.
Snack bar.
Yeah, so
Aloha snack
they
bar.
say Aloha snack bar so much. Like, I bet you if you just walked in if you were just in a battle with ISIS, the only thing you hear is just this overarching droning sound of Aloha snack bar. Just like it just sounds awful. And there's a scene. There's like a shot of this. This guy was like zooming the camera in on these guys raising the ISIS flag over a building, and the guy's like crying. He's going, and it's so weird because you think these people are like emotionless fucks, given how they kill so many people.
Or is that just how our media portrays them?
Oh, you want to talk about media portrayals?
Maybe
Excellent.
we're the bad guys.
John, let's go to an excellent transition into Baltimore. That's a big deal right now.
Baltimore Ravens.
Media
yeah.
because a lot of people are saying that like, oh yeah, there's crazy riot. Well, what do you call it? Protests or riots?
Riots.
Because there are people doing what some would call peaceful protests, and there are another group of people
They're just
doing
throwing
what you'd call riots.
They're just throwing a big fit, like a
Well,
little child. Like,
But
I
that's
want
the thing.
Lego.
Is like people are saying, oh, the media is like focusing on the rioters.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
there's a fucking.
Oh.
It drives me nuts.
They're on
There's
their
a,
side.
they were like looting, like people were looting stores, and they like something caught on fire. So the fire department obviously got to go down and put out the fire, and they hooked their hoses up to the hydrants, and then you get a shot of a fucking guy taking a knife and cutting the
Yeah.
hoses so they couldn't put out the fire.
What that was they threw a bunch of furniture into the middle of the intersection, like a mountain of furniture, and then they lit it on fire.
Which is ridiculous.
Why? Yeah.
Like,
Because they're rioting. They don't like that a black guy died. That's it.
I think it's a lot
Yeah.
more than just because a black guy died.
I
Like,
mean,
that's
probably
that's,
just
that's
an
it's
excuse.
the Freddie Gray thing is certainly a
But
catalyst.
first of all,
for it.
I think the funny part is that we look at it when people in Baltimore are rioting, like it's the end of the world, we have to stop them right now. But then when the Blackhawks lose a hockey game and all the white people flip over cars and burn down half the city, they're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
just a bunch of
There was-
squirrely kids riot. It's okay. They just give them a pat on the back. Their team lost. It's okay. They're probably angry.
I saw
They're blowing
something
off
about
steam.
like these people people are talking about the Baltimore stuff and said, oh, you white people are bad too, and it was like they talked about how I think it was I don't know football or whatever. Joe Paterno, who's that? I don't really know.
I think he might be a coach or something.
Yeah, he's a coach.
I can Google it.
And like he got like fired or something, or they're like he's moving to a different team. People freaked out, and, like were flipping buses over and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you got a point, but honestly, if you use that as your excuse for rioting, it's ridiculous.
It's like when Kentucky lost to Wisconsin in the NCAA tournament in the Final Four. Like the people in Kentucky flipped the fuck out and like started looting and like rioting and like flipping over cars and lighting police cars on fire and stuff in Indianapolis.
They did the same thing in Iowa
they
State,
did
too.
like one story on the news. They're like, oh yeah, these people were rioting, but maybe 2 people were arrested. They get a pass because they're white.
Yeah, but pointing out that hypocrisy still doesn't at all excuse like your poor behavior. It's like imagine like 2 kids on a playground and okay, I can't really come up with a good metaphor, but it's like you're doing a bad thing. And then like, oh, you're getting scolded for it. Oh, but he's doing the bad thing too. It doesn't just because he's doing it too doesn't excuse you from your bad behavior. You know, like.
But he is doing that thing too.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not saying that these white people get pissed off about. I mean, yeah. Let's be honest. The Baltimore stuff, it's generally black people protesting, and
I think it's
football coaches and stuff, it's white people. So when white people riot,
black people riot, but it's like like in this case when they're rioting and they're saying, oh, but these white people did it too, doesn't mean you get a free fucking pass.
No, it's definitely not a
think
free
about it
pass.
this way.
I think the thing is like, I think it's they definitely have, like the people in like Baltimore and stuff. They definitely have a much like. They have a reason to be fucking rioting right now. Like I wouldn't say that it's like necessarily right that they're like obviously like it's going far, but I think definitely at this point like they have a reason to be pissed off. It's just they're not handling.
They have a reason to peacefully protest. They don't have a reason to riot, to burn and loot stores.
We've seen countless times throughout U.S. history that peaceful protest only gets you so far, and when
MLK, that's all he did.
They only work when people are listening, and right now nobody gives a fuck until somebody.
I heard that the reason they actually did the protest was because like gangs wanted to get together and like, hey, did you see that they like the police department got this warning like, oh, the gangs are gonna get together and take down the police. Like that was the actual thing they got before this all happened.
Oh. Well, the one thing I hear is just the Freddie Gray stuff, because like that's the name and the face that's been going on. What happened to him again?
Well, that might be a media thing again.
I heard, and this is super vague. I should actually look more into it because big news thing. But
I'll
that like I think.
Oh, he died.
From what I heard is that he died. He died in police custody because like I don't know what happened, but his like spine got severed in like 8 different places. So he must have gotten fucked up, and he died.
So maybe he was doing something he shouldn't have been doing.
All right.
Well, I heard he got called in because he had a switchblade or something like that.
It says like the one of the things is like, or here you guys keep talking. I'll try to get more details on how he died.
But I still think, like with the whole peaceful protest angle, like I mean,
it's worked in the past. The civil rights movement.
But we're not in the past right now. Like nobody's listening at this point, and when nobody's listening,
but it still sets an example.
It only works if people listen, and at this point, it's not working. Like I wouldn't say like all these protests. Like I'm definitely not like condoning burning down your city and flipping over cars and hurting people, but like at this point they have a reason to be angry, and I can definitely see why this is happening.
They have a reason to be angry, but they don't. There's nothing to justify looting and burning like innocent people's businesses.
But I think
they didn't kill Freddie Gray.
I think the way I see it is when you back someone into a corner like so much that they're beginning to fear basically a militarized state and fearing for basically their safety, because like it seems like lately you can't walk out on the street without a black guy getting shot somewhere.
The thing is,
I think when you genuinely like, obviously there's a lot of people who are doing this for the wrong reason, but I think when you genuinely like fear for your personal safety from people who are supposed to be protecting you, you have a goddamn right to be angry.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is it's not because like people are it's because of the media and what they choose to cover. They choose to cover like black people getting shot and killed because that's what gets the reaction. That's what gets views. It's just the media. It's what the media chooses to cover. You don't think white people get shot and killed by police every day? They do. All the fucking time. Mm-hmm. But it's the media that chooses to make a big deal.
And also, it's the media that always focuses on, all the bad cops and stuff.
Yeah,
the handful of bad cops there are, yet there's countless numbers of good cops.
The bad cop population is a huge 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 is a better word. It's such a minority in the police.
I think
force.
huge would work.
Police officers, I'd say 99% of police officers are great, honest, people who actually want to protect each other. Yeah. But then it's the one bad apple that throws everything off. But right now, I think it even statistically, I think there's a culture of hate. There's a broken culture within the police system right now. Statistically, it's pretty fucked up.
That's what they found in Ferguson, the Justice Department, where it's Ferguson's department was there had a cultural bias against black people, and that probably does exist.
There are reports. They released reports of officers were told to pull over black people even if they didn't have probable cause and search out a cause after they pulled them over.
Which is, bad, but
it's
then
bad.
people will say, oh, you have those statistics, well then look at these statistics of black people committing violent crimes at a certain age, like this huge percentage, and, it's just, you can't really get anywhere with it.
So apparently, there was some sort of pursuit with him.
This is Freddie Gray, right?
Freddie Gray. He got injured, he broke his spine in a bunch of places. And what your procedure is if they're injured to that extent, you're supposed to give them first aid and medical attention.
I heard you don't move people while they have a spine.
While they're detained. But instead they put him in the back of a squad car. Didn't buckle him in while he's has a broken spine. Drove him to the police station and just threw him in a tank pretty much and let him die.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, and they refused. He said it says that he was asking witnesses report he pretty much begged for medical attention, and they refused it to him, and he died.
Well, I mean, did they know his back was broken?
He's pretty. If your back is broken in 6 different places, it is probably.
I feel like that's.
Well, I thought what you just said.
I'll look up more. Try to get more details.
I thought it was his back was broken once, and then they just fucked up doing. That's the thing with people who have back injuries. You're not supposed to move them.
Yeah,
so you move them, you have a risk of severing someone's spine.
I'm a lifeguard, so they teach. That's one of the first things they teach you is if you suspect any sort of back injury of any kind, you immediately immobilize the neck and do not move it any way whatsoever. You get them onto if they're in a pool, you get them onto a backboard and keep them strapped in. And
at that point, they're like a car dangling on the edge of a cliff.
Even if they say I feel better, I can move my toes and stuff, you do not move them for any reason whatsoever. And that kind of thing, and you're supposed to ask them questions, but you cannot ask them yes or no questions because even the slightest side to side or up and down movement of the neck, if they try to nod,
which is crazy,
can paralyze them. Mm-hmm. So obviously something when somebody made somebody made very bad calls and. Ended up in
the presumption is that he might have died anyway, but this guaranteed is fucking bad.
You could I know at my work as a lifeguard, if I fuck up doing a spinal, if I'm putting somebody onto a backboard who has suspected violent injury and I fuck up and they get paralyzed or die, I will go to prison. Even if I did everything I could. I tried really well, but I fucked up and made a big mistake. I will go to prison. I will get charged with criminal negligence, and I will go to prison.
That kid in our school's gonna get fucked too. He's gonna go to prison.
Oh, the hit and run.
Yeah. Did you hear about that? Fractured a kid's skull.
I'm surprised they didn't talk about that at all yet at school.
Wait, I didn't even hear what happened. What happened?
I'm sorry to stop this, but can we lighten this up a bit? Is it getting
more
interesting?
All right.
Yeah. So let's
stuff.
Yeah.
To run through it really quick. It was after school, just some kid hit another kid and he fractured his skull. The kid who got hit. Robbie, you saw it, right?
You saw it happen?
No.
You saw the kid on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And shit. And so that kid is going to whoever hit him is going to jail for sure.
And he was
did he hit a guy on foot or
at the school?
Yeah, on foot.
No, it was.
So where did this happen?
Kind of like the road.
I haven't heard. I barely.
Street.
I don't just say a general location compared to the school.
It was by the Olsons and the Sunset Market.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I don't. No. It wasn't there.
Okay.
I forget.
No, it was. There's a back lot. If you go around and then down towards the street, it was right there.
Well, anyway.
Guys,
Oh my God! Girl just arrived. No, I thought Jake used your girl voice.
Oh.
I like how we all look.
It was really bad.
Hey guys.
Watch you guys all look.
Boobs?
I have a girl. I know instantly
I would
when
like
a
to
girl's
see
at my
one
front door,
boob,
yeah.
please.
I would like to see one boob, please.
Here's your boob.
You just deposit like a penny in their cleavage.
Man.
Guys, what would you do if somebody offered you tax-free, just commitment-free $50 million? What would you do?
I would probably buy. I said this before. I'd buy a house, maybe the Pacific or like in Seattle, It's probably San Francisco. I always like.
Yeah,
that
I live in either San Francisco or Seattle.
Buy a house, just full payment, then store put as much as, and then pay for education.
and then give enough money to my. I think I have maybe after I. What would you say, like, if I bought out completely a house, no more payments or anything, in San Francisco, how much would I be out?
Depends on the house.
If it's really nice.
But I mean, like, completely paid for.
Yeah.
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 Let's say $5 million. Okay, let's just say like living expense, like all that. $5 million. I'd definitely give tons to my parents, so you can just retire, and then I would that, and then put plenty in a bank or something. Make sure to say, and then take a couple million and put it in and invest it.
I would
for sure invest at least $5 million.
I would I would
put it in like security.
Shut up!
Oh my god!
Stop calling us! I would.
It's toll free, I think.
Wait, just wait for the phone to ring.
Sorry, it's gonna go
I'll
on.
cut it out.
Let's answer it.
Let's put him on the spot.
Let's answer him.
Answer it for the.
I don't like.
Put him on the spot.
You're my least favorite human to call.
Tell him like, hey, welcome to Snastcast.
Alright, and
Yes!
So
guest appearance by a telemarketer.
Guest appearance by toll free.
So what I
How's
would
it
do,
feel?
what I would do is I'd probably continue with like my general plan right now is to get education and like. So I'd probably still get an education and try to get a job, but I think the thing would be like I'd feel so much like I'd be like set for life. Like even if I fucked up everything and like failed out of school and shit, like I'd still be set and have a generous lifestyle. Like I think part of it would just be like the security of it. And I'd be able to buy like a nice house and stuff. I'd probably still want to work just because I'd get fucking bored if I didn't do anything with my entire
I
life.
think putting it in a bank would be a majority of it would be a good idea because you could collect interest on it, and even if it's like 0.5% of interest, that's still
investing.
And then you can make
invest at least $5 million. I'd say if you get $50 million.
Also, I'd buy one of those Irwick like crazy satellite watches that I showed you guys.
Oh yeah,
I want one of those things. Those are so freaking cool.
What I would do is
I'd buy like a new car. I wouldn't buy a sports car until I had like a really good house.
I'd buy a really nice like.
I'd replace my shitty van. That's for sure.
I'd buy a fucking Tesla.
I would quit school until I found a skill that I really want to learn and I need to go to college for or something. And I would quit school. I would keep 30 million of it for myself, pretty much for whatever I need. Then I'll take 20 million of it. I'll take 20 million of it to just like spend on whatever the hell I want. I'll find stuff on the internet, like people that I find on the internet, like promising, like say people from Sleepy Cabin, and like because they're always worrying about money and stuff. I'd help them out financially, and because I really like.
Donate to just a billion different Kickstarters.
I donate to a lot of like Kickstarters and like things that I really believe in, or like charities that I really like, things that I actually like. Genuinely care about and stuff.
I might even start my own like media company.
Yeah, like I would definitely
need a lot more than 50 million.
I'd support projects
start
that
small
I
one and
care
then build
about,
it, and then if it doesn't go anywhere,
I'd support projects that I care about.
That's why I'd invest money though. Like if you had $5 million investing in like a handful of securities, you could make enough money where you could even be a better philanthropist.
What I would do,
philanthropist.
There you go. I feel like an idiot.
What I would do, I would just like get my own little house, like a tiny little shack house.
And then you just burn the rest of the money.
No. Then I just live there. I quit school. I don't know. Do my own thing. Maybe find out my own like cool job type thing or like a hobby to do.
You probably just make music.
Yeah, I would do that. I would just make music for a living. Get some DJ equipment.
What are you gonna do for a living?
That wouldn't even cost $50 million.
Exactly.
Yeah, you could you could buy your own fucking studio and make like the best. Some of the most high quality.
Jake, I feel like you would just buy like an entire like street worth of houses, but they're really shitty houses.
You'd buy like a you'd buy an entire street in like South Central Los Angeles and like
not South Central, you would
Grove Street and like
Grove Street. Just buy the equivalent of Grove Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and just buy shitty houses, but then fix them up.
Just buy Skid Row.
And then you own them, and then you could just be a landlord.
Yeah, it's like
you could be the nerdy white landlord who makes techno music in Southside Los Angeles with all these like gangsters and
get murdered.
Yeah, and
Jake moves to Compton and starts his
his budding career in the rap game.
I need danger in my life. I'm just gonna put this $1 million of cash in my wallet and go into Compton and see what happens.
But like honestly,
I'll give it to the people.
I would just
He's
live
getting
like
the shit beat out of him.
Yeah. No, he just like walks down the street and just takes out his wallet and just starts making it rain in the middle of like an intersection.
He gets shot immediately.
Yeah.
No, I would just get a small house, do whatever I want.
I'd get a very, very like I'd get a modest house, but it'd have to be like an incredibly modern house. Like I like really, really modern designs, like lots of glass, like
modest size, really good furnishing.
Lots of glass, like hanging staircase, like kind of stuff like that.
I would buy like 500 trailer homes and just like connect them all.
Connect them all. No, you have to just like what you have to do is connect them like end to end, like a giant hamster like enclosure. Yeah. So it's like you can run around and
no, John,
connect them with clear tubes.
No, John, you would connect them so like if you look at it on a cell, it'd be a swastika.
I definitely make like a human-sized like hamster enclosure that I can run around in.
that reminds me of something I was reading because I'm a big Star Wars nerd. I was reading about how the Emperor made this like initiative to explore like galaxies or like places outside the galaxy. So you know what his fucking way to do it? Let's just daisy chain like 5 fucking... I shit you not. Daisy chain like 5 Star Destroyers together in a big ring and then just shoot and just go somewhere.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's the most... I think it was called like the Outward Star.
That'd be metal as hell, dude.
It's just basically a big ring of Star Destroyers and just going
They
somewhere.
just like
that's what that reminds me.
They just like attach them with like PVC pipes and like duct tape and some chain link and then
no, not duct tape. Durasteel duct tape.
Oh yeah, Durasteel.
It's duct tape, but it's got Durasteel.
It's duct tape that can reflect lightsabers.
It's duct tape powered by Duracell batteries.
Yeah.
It's just
I don't explode when you touch the lightsabers or the batteries.
No, but it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's and like where would everybody sit on their own Star Destroyer or like what's the point?
They would fly out and they'd find the Guardians of the Galaxy because now that's all a continuous universe.
They go and find it.
Marvel and Star Wars are both owned by. It's all the continuous Disney universe. They go out and find like fucking Howard the Duck and like what the
They'd have to travel through time though because that takes place before.
But when you travel into black holes like in Interstellar, you can do time dilation. And
you have to travel through a wormhole. Travel through a black hole.
They go into a planet that's near that's near a star, and they spend like a week there, and they come out, and it's like 1,000 years later, and then they'd go.
In Interstellar.
What?
In Interstellar?
Have you seen Interstellar?
It was 1,000 years later.
I forgot that Interstellar was a completely real movie, so I think
it's not real. So I'm gonna spoil one part of it. They go down to a planet that's near a
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! They go to a planet they're flying around in the galaxy. Basically, they're searching for like a new life planet, and they go to this one planet that's near a black hole or a wormhole or something like that. And
it's a black hole.
Black hole. But the gravity is like so crazy. Right? The gravity is so crazy that it messes with time, and so there's time dilation when they go. So one hour on the planet is 7 years outside of orbit. So like they end up getting stranded there for like a lot longer than they should have, and they come back and it's like 23 years later.
Thinking of the phone thing, should we do a prank call?
Want to be one of those podcasts?
No, because prank calls don't.
Prank calls are immoral, Robbie. You can't do that.
Why don't we just go break into someone's house and wreck their shit and ruin their day?
Is it Star 68?
Mr. B lives
Star 69.
Star 69.
Star 69. I heard it was Star 68, Star 67. I don't know what
it's Star 67, I think.
Is it? No, I think it's.
No, it's not 69.
It's not
Star
69.
It's Star 67.
I tried it.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What a secret.
Maybe my dirty internet mind has just made every number 69.
Who the fuck found out about that?
A lot of modern phones can be like programmed to just override that.
All those. So what do they call people? Like, is it freakers, right? With a PH.
Oh yeah.
That like hack phones. You know what the craziest thing I haven't found out recently? So like back in like the 80s and 90s when the freaker community was like actually kind of blossoming a lot. There's one guy who they nicknamed Captain Crunch. He found that if you take a whistle from like a Captain Crunch thing and you like cut a piece of plastic into it, it makes like a perfect like 200 something hertz tone that can like get into like phone company computers and shit. Yeah. Because you can like dial into it. Or I don't know how it works, but it basically produces a perfect tone. And like, how the fuck would you figure that out?
Maybe he like was screwing around with Maybe he understands like how whistles work, and he was just screwing around with whistles.
But just like a Captain Crunch like whistle out of nowhere.
I need that one.
Captain Crunch still skyrocketed that month.
And now, like, if anyone does that in like a phone, just the people in there think they're like a jackass. Like,
Captain Crunch is my favorite cereal.
Because you're poor.
Because I'm poor? That's the
No,
poor.
that's
expensive.
Cereals are like the same price nowadays.
I don't like
That's
cereal
like
that much anymore.
If he said, "Oh, my favorite cereal is like Tutti Fruttis," I'd say he's poor. Then yeah. But
Yeah, he eats cereal out of like the bag variety, like the bargain bag.
No, but I am poor and I do eat the generic kind. I forget what it's called, but
I eat Special K, and not because I need to lose weight, because I like how Special K tastes.
I have Honey Bunches of Oats.
It's like Admiral Munch or something like
something like that.
That's not a.
Captain Crunch is really good. I like that.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch is the best.
Yes.
Captain Crunch.
Not the original Captain Crunch, but the ones with the
berries.
The berries. I like the.
They're the one where it's all berries.
Oh,
it's disgusting.
Guys, we should order that 40-pound bag of dehydrated marshmallows on Amazon.
No,
that's a thing.
That's too many.
It's basically
that's almost as ludicrous
it's like
an oil drum of lube.
It's
almost
a 40.
as ludicrous as ludicrous.
It's a 40-pound bag of like dehydrated. It's basically a 40-pound bag of Lucky Charms dehydrated marshmallows.
Oh my god!
All the shitty
Oh, I
parts
thought you meant. I didn't know it was like you
Going
should
back,
You order that, and then you order the.
Going
lube,
back
and
to
then
what we're talking
All right,
about.
John, we're
what
doing
we
it.
do
It's
if
gonna
we
be
got
called. It's gonna be
50
called
million.
like. It'll be called like Marsh Fest or something, and we're gonna take like a.
Instead of Rice Fest.
Yeah, we're gonna take like a 40-pound bag of dehydrated marshmallows and the 50-gallon drum of lube, and like pour it into a kiddie pool and have people wrestle in it.
What the fuck?
You stole my idea. So I was gonna say what I would do with my $50 million or whatever was I would buy out like a couple streets and I would have a block
That's what
party.
you get for putting your feet on the
Where you,
table,
like-
Robbie.
Where I have
And
like
Jesse.
those,
You
those
dirty
pools
cunt, Robbie.
filled with lube
Robbie's just sitting
and
there
like
like a snide ass.
marshmallows.
Let's throw a ball.
And then they just kind of like
It'd be disgusting.
You see they do that. There's this like traveling like company now that puts up giant like 1.5 mile long slip and slides in the middle of cities and like has people ride down them and stuff.
Isn't that just Heineken? Like it's some beer thing.
Wouldn't it hurt like hell if you hit a rock on the road or something?
Oh, suck if you're like down
like so fast that it like rips open your stomach.
They do one that goes straight down in the Grand
They put
Canyon.
no, it's like
Yo, you're gonna
it's like in San Francisco. It's like in the hills of San Francisco. So you're going like 90 miles an hour down the slip and slides.
Bullet, yeah.
And there's a truck chasing you
Yeah.
through the road.
Is a truck chasing you?
a stick falls.
It's
basically-
on the
gun
slip and
truck
slide.
It's basically that one
It's
part of Sonic Adventure 2, Escape from the City, where you're
Exactly.
running around with the truck.
That's exactly. That's what I was
Roaming around at the speed.
We already
of
did that.
sound.
We already did that little.
You guys
Fuck you,
always
John, we
do
can
that.
do it again.
You always do that.
Oh yeah.
You always do this!
Please start singing the Shadow.
Mom, you always do
You
this!
should start singing the Shadow the Hedgehog theme. I am all I am, all I am, all I am. That's how it goes. It's really bad. I'm all. It's so bad.
Oh,
And then you get that alien with the really. Oh, have you remember that voice? It was just like, oh, Shadow. And it sounded really bad. It's like Unicron, but not good. Yeah. Oh, Orson Welles just waltzed in here. Hello, Orson. He always talks like that. Like he's doing his.
That Transformers movie was the first movie I ever did my natural voice.
Imagine like Citizen Kane. Or, imagine it was like War of the Worlds broadcast, and he's like doing that.
Matrix of
voice.
leadership.
What does he say? Yeah, the Autobots Matrix of Leadership.
Yeah.
Of all things to say, just kill Optimus Prime. Why can't you just say, oh, wait, no, because he dies in that movie, doesn't he?
Just fuck up Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. No, and it's the dumbest thing. He transforms Megatron into Galvatron, and Galvatron looks way cooler like as a robot than Megatron does. But it's the dumbest thing. He transforms into a fucking like artillery cannon.
Yeah.
And that is the shittiest thing to transform into.
What would you guys transform into if you were Transformers?
I don't know.
I
I would
a big floppy
What kind of vehicle would you transform into?
SR-71 Blackbird. No, I can think something.
I'd probably transform into like a Formula One like Indy car, just because they're so fast and maneuverable and shit.
What kind of hair?
Nobody would suspect. I'd transform into the Spanish Inquisition because that meme. Nobody would expect it. Nobody would expect it.
Just
I'd be Africa.
You would transform
The
into
continent or the band?
Yeah.
The continent or the band?
What?
The continent or the band?
Either end or
Both.
I would transform into Jethro
No,
Tull.
the band Africa,
Yeah.
all living on the Africa that I am.
Okay.
I saw a pretty great
I would
encyclopedia
just
article the
transform
other day
into a
about AIDS.
brothel.
A brothel? Why?
Just to let people have sex inside me.
Wow.
Grant, do you ever go on Encyclopedia?
No.
There is a pretty
Not
good
funny.
one that we found the other day about AIDS, and it was like AIDS is the African space program. It's
Yeah.
like Africans in space or Africans in deep space or something like that.
Probably.
And they said that like their spaceships are like made of mud and sticks and stuff. And then,
Awesome.
but everybody in Africa was like really excited for it, and they coined they coined this excitement the AIDS epidemic. Oh, it's so good. Encyclopedia is pretty great.
Some
Oh
articles are
yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey Robbie, tell us about your what kind of person, what kind of special, kind of crazy person it takes to make YouTube poops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just
Enlighten
have to
us.
like watch a lot of YouTube poops, and then because like you have to like know all
You have to
these
dedicate your
references.
life to it, pretty much.
Yeah.
You have to sell your soul.
Like usually I don't really know what kind of jokes I'm gonna make. Like if I watch a video, I'm just like, well, I could probably make that funny, and then
yeah.
like when you start editing it, you're like, you just sort of see things, and then you can make it funny. Also, it's good to know like a lot of like weird little references because it can be more funny.
more funny.
Be funnier.
I would never expected that like you make YouTube poops when I first met you. Like you're so quiet. Would never like.
You're so quiet.
Hint, Robbie. Hint. Open your goddamn mouth, Robbie.
Oh, shut your fucking
just
mouth.
like
It's not
all
a
those-
fucking discussion.
I just like wait, Robbie, would you classify those like MLG montage, like those frag video kind of things? But like of
Yeah,
like
I-
GTA, would you count those?
Like
as
that-
YouTube?
like
I've
that-
noticed people used to like really like those, and now it seems like they really hate them.
I love those. Every time I watch those, just make me laugh.
Grant,
Did you
Grant,
watch
it's
the
like
one
it's
I
like
did?
the
Yeah.
Game of the Year 420 Blaze It and
Yeah, exactly. But like
like a montage parody.
that's montage parody the game, the movie, the game. That's basically what it is.
That game is so good.
But like I like that GTA one where it's like it's just them going around with Michael like in a cop uniform and all that shit. Oh, man, that one's so funny. Just I always like the montage parodies because I'm not a big I don't like shows like Adventure Time and stuff where it's like, oh, ridiculous humor is like the big focal point. But this one is like so ridiculous, it's like lapped itself. That's why I like it.
I think like ridiculous humor, like when they try to make a show entirely based around ridiculous humor, like it doesn't work.
Yeah,
But when you take other source material and turn it into ridiculous humor, then it's more
Yeah.
funny.
That's
You
what I
make-
like
you
about
make-
a regular show because like there was this one episode of a regular show I watched where it was like a literal like war of like the like video formats. It had like Betamax and like DVD and VHS and shit, like all fighting against each other, and I just think that's really cool how they like reference those.
I like YouTube poops. 'cause
And
you-
nobody who's watching the regular show, like the target audience is
Understand.
kids.
I know.
Even knows what a fucking beta
I
man.
like the
Because
regular
it has so many like 80s references in it.
That's why I
You can
really
make-
like the regular show.
I like their like sense
I like
of
YouTube
humor.
poops because you can make Hank Hill from King of the Hill say like, "I want to fuck Bobby."
I
Something
want
like
to fuck Bobby.
propane.
People used to do a lot of those.
I'm glad the
of,
caveman is in there and we're out here and he's the sheriff and now we're frozen out here and now we're in there and then oh I forgot we're out here and
Yeah.
where's
I want
the
to fuck
caveman?
Bobby's ass.
No, that reminds me of
Jack
like
Ruby's ass.
I used to be really into like YouTube poops of Lucas Sims from Megaton, like because he has apparently just a rich heavenly voice that everybody likes, so they had him in a lot of YouTube poops, which is just weird.
YouTube poop.
I don't really like.
That's a spy. It's gonna bite you. It's gonna hurt. It's spider bite.
Spider bite. Spider bite. Bite.
Spider
What is
bite.
that?
You ever
I don't
seen
know.
You ever seen the adventures of the misadventures of Scoops?
Usually I don't. Anything you guys talk about, I've
All
probably
right,
never
Grant.
seen.
This is your homework for the night. You gotta watch the YouTube book, The Misadventures of Scoops,
No, I gotta watch Troll Hunter, then Interstellar, then
Oh,
every
what
other
was the
movie
one?
you guys.
and then
don't
Lego
like.
Movie.
Every movie.
Yeah,
on
Grant.
Netflix.
We'll make you a watching list tonight. You gotta watch Interstellar, the Lego Movie,
And the Misadventures of Scoop.
The Misadventures of Scoops.
There's like 6 parts.
How long is it?
There's
total?
20 minutes.
It's 24 minutes.
Oh, it's like tiny little cereal.
It's not bad. It's really funny though.
Stop that.
It's all Scooby Doo episodes. Like there's one where they YouTube poop the Scooby Doo meets Batman special.
That's the best one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
What about Scooby-Doo meets John Cena? That needs more parody.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Scooby-Doo
That was
like
close.
WWE?
Shut the fuck
Like-
up, John.
WWE.
Or is it Scooby-Doo meets John Cena?
They're doing that Flintstones one too.
Yeah.
I wonder.
That
who-
wouldn't actually make sense though. John Cena is just dumb.
John Cena.
Hey, guys, Ultimate Warrior is gonna be at Comic-Con this year. Oh wait, he fucking died again.
Gonna dig up his corpse.
Yeah, we're gonna dig up his corpse. I was so
He
fucking.
would probably
angry.
absolutely love that though.
taxidermy.
Like if someone made like a storyline.
Gonna taxidermy the Ultimate Warrior.
All right,
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
So the story, if I haven't already told this one, the story is I was going to Comic-Con last year, and I was super excited to meet Ultimate Warrior because he was one of the guys. He was one of the guests there. And
He heard you were coming and freaked out and got a heart
Yeah, a
attack.
week before Comic-Con, I hear Ultimate Warrior fucking died, and I was really mad.
That
And
was
then
the news
and then John
article.
said they kept showing like promotional
Ads,
material
like,
on their
yeah.
Facebook page,
See,
like
John,
come
he's-
see the Ultimate Warrior, like 3 days after he had died.
I'll comments like,
I'm
yeah,
still
it's gonna be
mad.
a pretty good magic trick given that he's fucking dead.
I was
Surprise!
I'm
The
still kinda
Undertaker
mad.
resurrects him at WizardCon. That'd be amazing.
I was still.
Dude,
I'm
that'd be
still
really
kinda mad.
sweet,
I was
actually.
really excited to meet Ultimate
If he was
Warrior.
like dead, you know, and then he resurrects him like a year later.
And then wins WrestleMania. Wait, no, sorry. He doesn't win WrestleMania.
He's
just
just-
undefeated.
He's just like, oh, I want that thing, and then
Even-
he beats everyone else for
Even
it.
though wrestling does not adhere to any sports formula, it's fucking mind-blowing that Undertaker is undefeated at WrestleMania, yet he doesn't win WrestleMania.
You don't understand how WrestleMania works. It's the highest profile wrestling matches of the year. That's all it is.
Highest profile fake things.
Yes.
I don't know, nothing wrong with wrestling being fake.
How about how Rey Mysterio
Everyone has seen
killed
that one guy's dude.
Yeah, that we watched the video.
my
at
God.
We were watching the video at 916 of Rey Mysterio killing that one dude.
Oh my
Yeah, he
god!
snaps his fucking.
Yeah, we
Just
showed
dead,
like our
and he's
teacher. Our
just
teacher.
laying
Our
there like
teacher
that,
was
and
what.
nobody-
The one dude, it was like a movie. The one dude lands right beside him, and he looks over, and then he's fucking like dead. And he's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, Grant. So in in our class the other day, we were watching the video of like Rey
Rey Mysterio
Mysterio
killing
getting
a guy.
fucking murdered, and or not Rey Mysterio getting murdered, Rey Mysterio murdering that dude. And our teacher was like, "Hey guys, what you watching?" And we're like, "Oh, this dude gets wrecked by Rey Mysterio and dies." And he's like, "Really? That's let me see that." I was like, "Oh yeah, he's definitely dead." But yeah, so what happens is he kicked it, he drop kicked him in the shoulder, and he like shattered his neck from the whiplash, and he landed on the ropes and was like hanging from it, and another guy like fell down next to him and like looked over and saw that he was fucking dead, and then Rey Mysterio tried to do the 619 and like went over to kick him but like missed him, and then they're like, oh shit, he's fucking dead. It's terrible, but it's pretty great.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Guys,
See if I
stop
can spin
playing
it.
with toys. We got a podcast.
The first thing we talked about was playing with toys.
I was talking about it though.
Oh shit! I bring out the micro machines. That ain't a toy. That's just real stuff.
Grant and Jake are playing with micro machines right now.
It's an elevator.
Stupid little
It doesn't work at all
Hot Wheels
because there's no
knockoff.
bottom to it.
It's still an elevator. It's just
I
one
have
with no
gotten
bottom.
many a car stuck in that elevator.
You gotta do you gotta press on both sides with your arms and legs, and then
We talking about
an elevator with no bottom.
Oh no, a giant bouncing.
that would be awful.
You just go like that. You just
Fat-
have to hold on really tight.
Fat people.
So yo,
can
I'm
use
on
the
my
elevator
floor
then.
now.
Okay.
Oh my god, this car is falling apart. Micro machine.
You're tearing me
That was
apart,
awesome. That
Lisa.
Brad, you can never get that right. You always do it completely wrong.
Did you say tearing a party sub? What?
No, I said you're tearing me
No,
apart, Lisa.
Brad, okay, this time don't sing over me this time. I'm gonna tell you how it goes, okay? You are tearing me apart. Fuck off! I'm done. You can figure it out yourself.
Fine, I never asked for your help anyway.
Well,
Hey,
you
Brad,
need it.
beatbox for us.
No. Yeah, drop a beat.
Fuck you.
You're so bad at it, Brad. Alright, John, try to do it again. This time, don't fucking sing over him, you retard.
Flick it.
Whoa, okay.
Oh, I dropped the hard R there, John.
Damn, hold on.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa. That's how it goes, and it's really dumb. I don't even like that video anymore.
Is that a dubstep thing? Because that's what
Yeah,
it sounds
it is.
like.
Yeah, they do like a dubstep remix
I'm
of
trying to
it.
get it through here.
Of From the Room
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Tommy Wiseau.
Oh!
Hi, Doggy.
If the fucking except the loop-de-loop that is supposed to be on here doesn't go anywhere, it just crashes into the ocean. Or what the fuck is this supposed to be? The ocean?
It looks like it. It's blue.
Well, there's boats.
Trench.
You know.
Those aren't boats. That's
Well,
like
there could be a
refuse.
boat thing
Those are
that
the
goes
dead
there.
bodies of former Micro Machines
It's
racers.
an open sewer.
Those are the dead bodies for the people of like.
And then you got this. You can't even go to this part because I'm missing a gigantic piece.
Where is this thing?
It's broken.
You guys have a.
Oh. Micro Machine. And there's supposed to be something that goes here too, but
Micromanagement simulator.
I like how this thing though it folds up into like a truck.
It's so it goes up into a race car truck. It's so fucking cool.
Awesome.
Holy shit, it's a truck.
And it says the word micro.
Drive around in fucking trucks.
Driving around at the speed of sound.
This part is probably totally unusable.
That is the best new AVGN video. Is the Big Rigs one.
Yeah.
And he's just because he does a parody like advertisement for it. And he's just like big motherfucking rigs driving around in fucking trucks. Oh my god, this thing has just shitloads of dust.
What
all
about
over it.
that one video that you reviewed where it's like the driving to Las Vegas one where you literally have to drive a
Oh,
bus?
the desert bus.
Yeah, desert bus.
Simulator.
You just
Yeah,
sit there
okay,
and
like
drive.
why?
hours.
Okay,
And
I haven't seen that video yet, but just like off the description of what the game's about. So why do people hate that game but absolutely go nuts over Euro Truck Simulator? Like what the hell?
Because it has more freedom.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, it's literally a
It's
straight
heavy.
road. You can't even like not go away because you have to like steer it because it veers off.
Yeah, you have to like maneuver it. Like,
But it was
truck,
made
like,
by
veers-
those comedy
Red Sox.
magician guys.
Yeah, your truck like veers off to the
Talking
left.
about Penn
It was
and
made by
Teller?
Yeah,
Penn and
Penn and
Teller.
Teller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
holy shit, John! What the fuck?
You're breaking shit.
Because they
John.
wanted like a real life like driving simulator. That's actually like what it's like to drive because you have to sit there awake for 8 hours and there's nothing because it's all desert.
And you can't just hold the button because it's programmed to naturally like veer to the right or left.
And if you get off the road too far, you'll look crash.
Hold the
and have to
button, I
start
just
over.
tape it down.
Yeah,
That's what I
you-
used to do in Pokemon.
But you still have to steer.
I used to cheat XP. I would put someone in the daycare, and the way the daycare works in Pokemon is that every time you walk a step, it gives your Pokemon like an XP point or something. So there used to be things in like Ruby and Sapphire, like you needed a mock bike and you could go over it, and if you try to
sand
walk into
things.
it, it would just like stop you. So there's a place you can go that has one of them. And it won't like trigger. It's not like in a grass. Yeah, it's not like in a grassland or anything. So it's just out in the open. So it won't trigger any Pokemon battles. So what I used to do is I used to just walk up next to him and then I would hold and then I would tape down my B button and my up button. So he'd just be continuously like freaking out on the edge of this. And I would just like plug into a charger and leave it there for a day, and then come back. My Pokemon is like level like 70, and then I felt really terrible about myself.
I did that for that Paper Mario level. Like you know,
Not
there's a
Ruby
in
and
that
Sapphire,
the Wii like the Wii Paper Mario game. There's a level where you have to like collect like 1,000,000 gems or something, and there's like a way you can do it by like collecting some gems and paying this dude and getting a secret password and then using your 3D powers to like find this secret passageway and stuff. But I wanted to see if you could actually collect 1,000,000 gems and pay back. So what I did is because one of the ways you can do it is running in a treadmill. So I turned on my Wii, like taped down the directional button with a penny and like duct tape on, like taped it to my Wii remote. And then I left it for a day, and I came back and I had like 6 million gems like a day later. It was so good. And I just paid her, and like I beat the level, so they obviously thought some people would try it.
Yeah. I remember in the Mario RPGs, the ones I'm thinking of, Superstar Saga and Partners in Time, how you could collect, I think it was beans. Wasn't it beans? It was like, in the first one it was beans and like coffee beans, and there was like a coffee shop that one guy from Luigi's Mansion, that old guy had.
Egad or something?
Yeah, egad. And you had to collect a certain amount of beans, and then you'd brew coffee, and then you would just fucking show up in a cutscene and give you the weirdest items. And the last one was like the Game Boy Horror SP.
Oh yeah.
And it was like the best fucking item in the game because it gave you more opportunities to get even rarer, way better items. So it was like a gateway into this secret cesspool of Mario rare items. Then in Partners in Time, Fawful shows up again, and the best fucking thing he gives you is a badge that, like, you know, because in those games, in Partners in Time specifically, you can buy items that like are like super powered attacks, and they're fucking awesome. But he has one where it's a badge that gives you unlimited uses of it with no penalty, but you need like 99 fucking beans, and you have to basically go through the whole game to get all of them. It's a pain in the ass.
That's a lot of beans.
Yeah.
Oh, look who just showed up in the door.
I
can do a perfect girl impression. Just listen.
Hi.
My
Dude,
God, John, do that again. That was
John,
amazing.
how are you?
Okay, hang on.
Hi, John. I'm John.
John, fuck, pretty good, right?
That was great.
That's really good, John.
Wait, listen. I can do both voices at the same time.
Wait, John, wait. I can be an Asian girl. I can specify. I can be very, very Asian. Here, so let me. All right.
Hello, I'm Jessie.
See,
Dude, that sounds exactly the same as mine.
Dude, nice.
But
Hey,
dude,
Brad, you try it. Brad, you try it.
Hello, I'm Brad.
My God, you guys are skilled. Like I've never seen this before.
I know.
I-
Thanks, Brad.
I guess it's pretty easy voice to do.
Yeah.
But listen, I can do both at the same time. Ready? I'm gonna say, "Hi, I'm John," and use both voices at the same time.
Okay.
This takes a lot of work. You got to separate your vocal channel into two. It's really complicated. But anyway, okay. Hi, I'm John.
That
was
amazing.
Pretty good.
Oh,
John, show us your
bravo,
Mongolian
bravo.
throat singing skills too.
My what?
Your throat singing skills. That was fucking garbage, Sean.
It sounded like a shitty Wookiee. That was pretty bad.
All right, we're good. We displayed our
That
skills.
sounds like a.
Praise the Dark Lord.
Aren't there things? Aren't there things
All
called?
animals can scream.
What's the thing they have in Tibet? They're like, I think they're called singing bowls,
Yeah.
and you can like
Oh,
wave it around.
John, quit using your Asian voice.
Don't they do that with like glasses too?
I'm sorry, I
Like
can't
cups
help
like
it.
that, like glasses.
Well, yeah, that's what you do with like wine glasses.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
there's like,
like-
a thing with like they have like a weird mallet, and you like rub it around the inside of the bowl. It's just the most creepy sound you ever hear.
Resonance frequency.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
That's the frequency of material resonance.
I took CIS physics. I should know, but I don't because
You know you can like weaponize frequencies to like explode people's brains and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't
certain
think they
frequencies.
do
Like,
that.
like,
I don't think you could do that.
I don't think
Yeah,
like
you
with
can.
brains.
You can literally kill people with frequencies.
How?
Like,
There
exposing it
was
to
a
the wrong
game
mouth, like-
theory on this.
You find
Oh, I forgot everything that game theory is.
No, it's-
correct.
You can find the resonance
it's
frequency
just
of
a
someone's
theory.
skull, and then you can vibrate
It's
it to.
but yeah, no,
you have to
can
stick something right in their head.
Well, if
No,
you
it's
amplify
they
it,
actually like the military has created like weapons that are solely based on just firing like frequencies basically, and most of them are just to irritate or like drive people away. But there are ways you can like if you turn the frequency up high enough, it can actually like basically melt your brain.
But the human hearing range only has a very not very broad range of frequency that can actually detect.
You wouldn't be able to hear it. It would. It's just.
The
literally
only thing I've heard of like
frequency that
a
just
crowd control
explodes
thing
your
is I know
brain.
they have those like heat beams basically.
Yeah.
Where like it feels like you're getting like scalded with boiling water from distance. I really doubt you could kill someone with a fucking sound wave though. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that even comes close to that is thermobaric bombs, but those aren't sound waves; those are pressure waves that kill people. That's the scariest idea ever. You know what a thermobaric bomb is?
No.
It's basically a bomb that when it explodes, the material inside it burns so hot that it sets off it basically explodes to the point where there's a pressure wave that goes out. So when we were fighting Afghans in the Tora Bora caves, we would bomb the outside of their caves with thermobaric bombs so that the explosion wouldn't kill them, but the pressure wave would go through the entire cave and rip them apart. And it's like, there was a guy, I think, who was talking about it, and he said it's normally like when you drive up and down a mountain or you go on a plane, your ears pop. Well, in this case, your whole body pops and like explodes. It's the most horrifying thing I could ever imagine.
So it reminds me of
like an
Bell's,
invisible,
Extreme in
like
Mortal
imagine an
Kombat.
invisible hand reaching out from the air that you breathe
It's pretty
and
much-
just ripping you to shreds.
So yeah, it's like a change in pressure. It's a drastic like change in pressure.
Oh, yeah.
So like the pressure on the outside is like, I think wouldn't it be less
I have
to
no
make
idea.
you like talk?
I don't know. I don't remember all this pressure
Yeah.
shit.
Well, one of them would be way less than the other one, or way more.
But like just a
There's
change
a
in
big
pressure.
difference.
No.
basically.
So it's called infrasound. It's called using infrasound, and it's not sounds that you can hear, but like the frequency still affects your body. And
Robbie, he's off my phone. Sorry, I left it over there. Why did we
Yeah.
switch spots? I don't know. Because you like that couch a little bit more. Why would you not like the armchair? Armchairs are far superior to couches.
I don't know. I just felt like sitting here.
I don't know. I like.
Wait, can you wait?
You can't. What do you mean?
Okay.
What were you trying to say, John?
So I lay in an armchair, but a lot of them recline.
Oh, there's the other. No, I like armchairs because I always like the idea that like I'm the emperor of something and like this is my like chair that I have in like a litter or something like that.
So he exposed. So there's actually an experiment that who is it? So basically, this guy started noticing effects. This guy named Vladimir Putin, whatever. He started noticing effects that like soldiers or sailors who were working in like ships that had, like constant like low mechanical noises and like engine noises would get subject to like weird effects. Like they were.
What the fuck was that?
They would report like weird like strange headaches and stuff. And so he did an experiment where he subject people to like infrasound whistles is what he called them, and he found that at 166 decibels of infrasound, people start noticing problems breathing and having shortness of breath.
Wait, you were talking about frequency, not level of sound.
It's an infrasound infrasound frequency, which is one that's high. That's a higher frequency or a lower frequency than is audible by the human ear.
Okay. How low?
Can you go?
The one that you can
Can I kick
hear.
Yes, you can. Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
You can hear sounds
you
at
can.
88 to 100
Yes, you
dB is what it's called.
Decibels.
Decibels.
But that has nothing to do with.
But if you
That's the boobs.
But you can't get any.
But it's the
You
frequency
can't
combined with
get
the
any
decibel.
tonal information out of it below 20 hertz, which mostly feels like beating pressure waves.
So infrasound, as you describe it,
if you're-
is just
if
a
you're
sound
presen-
at a frequency that's less than 20 hertz.
Yeah. So if you're presented, if infrasound is presented at levels above 140 dB, it will cause pain. Primary effect is not in your ears, but in the rest of your body.
Doesn't mean it's gonna make your head explode.
I'm
It would
getting
have
to
to
that
be
point.
extremely loud.
Yeah, no, it would take about 240 dB, take a 240 decibel source to get the head to resonate destructively, is what it says. So infrasound, so like they said,
Where are you reading
so-
this at?
Popular Science.
I think
It's
Robbie's
an article
reading it
from
for you,
Popular
actually.
Science. So there was this one.
That cave's comes right out of. I can't believe you found that damn book.
The turkey sat on a scary goat.
What?
My grandma has one of those.
No, hit the red.
Set on.
A slimy worm on the ground.
No, the best part is if you hit some of them, it makes like sound effects.
A slimy worm on the ground.
Like okay, it's the adjective ones. So if you hit the sorry to cut you off, Jesse, but this thing is just golden.
Oh.
So like some of the adjective ones. So if you do
Barking.
does that, and then if you do funny, it goes
Funny.
the freakiest fucking clown noise you'll ever hear.
A goofy. A slimy.
So yeah, so they said here's some examples. They said that you can try these examples at home. If you play, they said you have to play these at relatively safe sound levels, so less than 100 decibels. But if you sit in front of a subwoofer, a really high quality subwoofer, and play it at 19 hertz, and then if you're wearing contacts and you try to remove them, you'll notice that your eyes are twitching incredibly fast. Mm-hmm. So your eyes are resonating to the sound. If you turn up to 110 decibels, you may even start seeing colored lights in peripheral vision or ghostly gray regions in the center.
If you get turned.
This is because 19 hertz is the resonant frequency of the human eyeball.
Let's do this. Grant, do you have speakers?
Red.
No, here I'll splice in a sound at that frequency to kill our viewers.
Yeah, so they said at infrared frequencies at 130 decibels, your inner ear will start undergoing direct pressure distortions unrelated to normal hearing, which will also affect your ability to understand speech. At about 150 decibels, people start complaining about nausea and whole body vibrations, usually in the chest and abdomen. By the time 166 decibels is reached, people start noticing problems breathing as the low frequency pulses start to impact the lungs, reaching a critical point at about 177 decibels, when infrasound from 0.5 to 8 hertz can actually drive sonically induced artificial respiration at an abnormal rhythm. In addition, And in addition to vibrations through through a substrate, such as the ground, it can pass through your whole body via your skeleton, which in turn can cause your whole body to vibrate at 4 to 8 hertz vertically and 1 to 2 hertz side to side. This the effect of this type of whole body vibration may cause many pains ranging from.
That's a huge misconception, though, because I mean, but you talk about head exploding, and the thing is that, and I'm not trying to steer off on the body thing, but the thing is that that's your skull vibrating, but your skull has soft tissue around it and has the blood-brain barrier.
This is at like 70 hertz or decibels lower than it would take to cause what they call destructive head trauma.
Oh yeah, I know, really but when you describe the
really
head,
boring.
Blowing people's heads up with sound is not boring.
But no, you can't because
boom.
But you can't because you can match the skull's resonance frequency, but the soft tissue around it you can't. It's kind of like I don't know what you'd call it, but like the fact that you have different resonance frequencies and the skull is right next to them, it's not gonna make your head explode for sure. And if that were the case, you'd probably have to have a sonic emitter or whatever you want to call it in a very focused, in a very contained environment, which is totally unlikely. It would be way easier and faster just to hit someone over the head with something than to have it be like that.
Yeah, they said the strongest.
Don't give me Don't give me a wedgie.
So it would take 240 decibels of infrasound in order to cause the head to resonate destructively. That's what they're saying.
129.5.
Jesse, I just looked at the same article, and right after that it says, and at that point, it would be much faster just to hit the person over the head with the emitter and be done with it. That's what I was saying. So it'd be nearly impossible to get someone in the environment where they'd actually hear that. And if anything, it would barely work because it'd be your skull vibrating at that frequency.
It is possible.
It's not. It's wildly impractical to the point where it's not
wildly
possible.
Impractical, but it's definitely possible. Like if I was freaking like a bazillionaire and I was like, I want to kill somebody,
but the idea of using that,
I would blow up their head with sound.
But the idea of using that as a weapon is completely impractical.
Yeah, it's impractical.
Using it as a deterrent or using something similar to that as a deturant,
I'm not arguing the practicality of this whatsoever. Like it's definitely not practical and probably. Like using sound to kill somebody is not practical at all, but I think it is possible, and it's definitely like
it would vibrate your skull though. It wouldn't be the same resonance frequency as the stuff around you. Are you guys fucking around with those binoculars? Those are the shittiest binoculars.
Binoculars? Binoculars?
I said binoculars.
You just emphasize the bi a lot. Like,
because there are 2 holes.
There you go.
Two holes.
Does it matter? Does it? You
Yes.
understand what I'm saying?
What do you think about Tumblr? Social. What do you call them? Social justice warriors.
Unrest.
No. What?
What do you think about Tumblr social justice warriors?
What the fuck is that?
You've never heard of a social justice warrior?
No, I've never.
Feminists that go on Tumblr and they're like, I hate men, they're pigs.
I don't go on Tumblr, John. You know this. Tumblr is an evil place with bad people.
I just thought everybody knew about this.
Bad people.
It's full of deerkins. Deerkins scare me.
Yeah, deerkins.
But the thing is
deerkins are scary.
Furries who hate their kids because they don't
like
furries.
If Tumblr are bad people, then like
no, I just don't.
Tumblr
and 4chan are like planet killers.
Exactly. No, but the thing is like you can go on Tumblr and not have any interaction like that whatsoever. Mm-hmm. It matters who you follow and what you choose to do.
The thing is, it's not Tumblr. It's just the people.
It's the people.
They decide to use Tumblr as their like outlet.
Yeah. Do you think people on Tumblr say stupid shit? Yeah. Do you think people on Reddit and 4chan and iGag
even
and Facebook
YouTube
say stupid shit? Yeah.
No, but I'm saying I don't know.
YouTube has just as much.
I don't know.
People
I just
seem
have
to
a
be...
stigma against Tumblr because 4chan.
No, the people on Tumblr. Not everybody on Tumblr.
That is the Tumblr.
That's a pretty big stigma, John.
No, okay, fuck.
There's crappy people everywhere.
What a
Let's
response.
just say social justice warriors on social media.
Who cares? Who brought it up?
Most social media.
Social justice warriors.
People who like champion for equality to the extreme.
To where it's actually not equality.
What
but just
extent
what do you think
what
about
they want.
Okay, how about this? Let me. Okay.
Have John explain it.
What am I explaining?
What extent would be like the extreme? Like they're saying the champion.
I don't know how to
define this. Like the petition online right now about making criticizing feminism illegal.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
That'd be an example of like extreme social justice warrior.
That would be a social justice warrior. That wouldn't be an extreme social justice warrior.
What's an extreme social justice warrior?
An eco-terrorist, probably.
I don't know what that means.
Like people who commit domestic terrorism for the cause of the environment. Right. Like that one episode of SVU that's actually really good. One of the few episodes.
And that one episode of Archer. With the train.
Oh yeah. No, and the other guy who blew up the pipeline.
Oh yeah.
Except that guy was the guy in the train episode was like blowing up donut shops and shit because he hated the government. The guy in the pipeline was like blowing up shit so that the government would realize.
Was that the one with the sea base?
No, that was Sea Tunt.
Sea Tunt.
That guy hated the environment too, but that was like
hated the environment.
Yeah, he hated it. He didn't like it. I hate
trees.
Nature. It's the worst. He hated the environmental destruction. Like he mentioned the big plastic garbage heap we have in the Pacific.
Yeah.
Which is that true?
Yeah, there's a giant plastic.
Because the way he described it, he said a plastic garbage heap twice the size of the United States. I'm thinking, that can't be right.
The thing is,
that's not true.
All it is it's a high concentration of trash and plastics.
Okay.
It's not like a solid mass, but it's just a lot of it floating around.
I'm looking up how big Garbage Island is. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch.
I heard about a guy who actually made his own island. I think it was like a Ripley's Believe It or Not book, but he made his own island out of like a shit ton of like water bottles that people recycled or something. It actually looked awesome. But I think they took a really bad angle of the picture because the angle they took a picture of makes the island seem like gigantic, and it's not even that big. It's probably as big as this house, which is nothing.
Yeah, it says the size is relatively unknown. Most debris consists of small plastic particles suspended at or just below the water surface, making it impossible to detect by aircraft or satellite. Estimates of size range from 700,000 square kilometers or 270,000 square miles to more than 5,800,000 square miles.
That's a pretty big fucking range.
Yeah, but regardless, it's a crap ton of plastic.
Well, like the way the guy describes it in the show, and obviously it's Archer, it's a show, you know, what he says could be true or not true. It's like an island that you could walk on and like
it's like
construct a secret base made entirely out of plastic. That's like something they do against Magneto because they build all that plastic shit. And then he just has that one chick with the shockwaves destroy all their plastic guns. And then the Beast comes up behind him and stabs him with like 4 fucking anti-mutagen syringes. Don't you remember that? In Last Stand? And then he still keeps his powers for some fucking reason.
Because why not?
How does that work?
Because sequels, Grant. Duh.
Because he's so cool.
He was a con artist. He knows how magnets work, so he magnetized his pieces so that he could con people out of their money. So he has a little magnet under the table. They didn't show you that. He
has like a magnet in his finger. You ever hear people do that? People fucking like cut open their like creepy like people who think that we're like on the verge of a cybernetic revolution in the United States,
Humans plus.
which is total horseshit if you ask me. Like one of the easy things to do with cybernetics is to stick a neodymium magnet in your finger, and a small one, mind you. Obviously, it's got.
You can get those at Michaels.
Yeah, and what you can do is because it's in your finger and cuts next to your nerves. Essentially you can like feel electromagnetic fields. It's crazy. Like they like there's a thing I saw where the one guy gets it, and then he like would go next to power lines and stick his hands out and he could feel it. And it's crazy. And you'd like stick your hands next to like wire and stuff like that.
What if you accidentally put your hand on a fridge and it like ripped the magnet out of your finger?
You would destroy all your electronics and credit cards. So
I don't know. That's one thing I was wondering. Like, does that mean you can't like? And they put in your ring finger. Like, does that mean you can't touch anything with your ring finger anymore? That's totally fucking it up. Like,
you can't.
I don't know if it's that strong though.
Neodymium magnets are really strong.
Yeah.
I feel like if you got it stuck to like another one, because those makes it hard to pull apart and it like rips it out of your skin.
You like this? You get one of your buddies,
high five, just like imagine like
just rips your nervous
a guy who's like
system out.
targeting cybernetics guys with just, and he's like, hey, high five, and he takes a block of neodymium out, and they punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Cause why not?
Yeah, but it's actually
just
creepy.
rips a bunch of your nerves
This
out.
big, like, I forget, there's a really, I think they call them, like, scrap head analysts or some shit. Some fancy name to basically describe putting metal in your arm. So there's they showed this one chick, Left Anonym, who's crazy punked out and everything, all these piercings. And she talked about how the first time she experimented with cybernetics, she read about it for 4 hours. And you know what her decision was? I'm going to do a totally scientific procedure. I'm going to go in my fucking kitchen with a vegetable peeler, cut open my arm, and stick metal in there. Like, you fucking... It's so ridiculous. And she was septic in the hospital for like well, she wasn't septic for 3 weeks, but like, she was in the hospital for 3 weeks because she got sepsis. Because you put fucking just metal in your hand.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Idiot.
That's a good idea. We should try it.
Oh, I wouldn't use a vegetable peeler though. Like, that's the shittiest thing possible.
Valerie, you
use
ready?
a paring knife.
Oh,
by the way, we should probably introduce our Asian friend Valerie.
Yeah.
Hi,
It's
Valerie.
just the dual personality. It's inside John.
Yeah. That's my I have split personality disorder.
She's definitely not a tiny Asian woman who just showed up at our house.
No.
Like a while
It's
ago.
not our house. It's my house.
It's our house now, Grant.
Yeah.
No.
She's a free folk, remember?
This
She
is
can go where
not
she
a
wants.
fucking commune. You can't get in my house.
She's a wildling.
Wait, you're not Charles
shows
Manson.
up.
Yeah.
What?
You're not Charles Manson.
Oh, I forgot. I don't know all the
you can
serial killer facts that you do.
Charles Manson was a big deal.
Let's just make this clear.
Yeah,
John is
but
a giant...
was I born when Charles Manson murders were going on?
You
No.
actually ate my hair?
We're just gonna
No,
put
but
this
I
out
looked
there.
them up because I looked them up. Obviously, everyone should be caring about them.
John has a giant fetish for serial killers.
Oh,
By the
Because
way-
I am a serial killer.
Guys,
I kill hobos.
have you heard about that one piercing where it's like they get a bunch of rings on their back and then they like lace it?
Yeah, it's
Oh!
corset.
Oh,
Corset piercings.
Oh, that is so gross.
Yeah, they
pretty cool.
lace their back like a corset.
And like a lot of times they get like ripped out and stuff
Because
because
they get caught in your clothes.
yeah.
Why the fuck do people
good
get like
idea.
piercings?
I want to get. I want
Because
to.
they think
And subliminal implants.
on
Yeah.
the clit.
I
I
saw.
want to get.
Oh,
I want
I
to get.
thought you were talking about
I want to get all the piercings I can on my dick and on my nipples because that will hurt the most.
And
Walk
no,
out,
just
just
get,
get
just
one
be like
ring
a
on the
mass
nipple.
of just like metal and
No,
And
John.
then attach
Okay, I'm
them
gonna have
with tiny
kids now.
chain-
And then,
attach
and
them
then,
with
and then I
tiny
find
chains.
and then I find some chick who has like all her vagina parts like pierced, and then we
Oh,
have
God.
sex, and then we just
You
get
have,
stuck.
you have cyborg sex, and the whole thing
Yeah.
is just like metal grinding on
They're
metal.
like transformed. Like,
They have barbed penises.
Your
destroying a
dick,
vagina on the way out.
transforms into a vagina, and her vagina transforms into a dick.
yeah.
No,
I
like,
saw something like that. Never mind.
Incidentally,
no, John, you would just get a piercing on one of your nipples, and, and then you just reenact like Silence of the Lambs. You be Buffalo Bill doing with Q Lazarus.
incidentally, don't ever get raped from a domestic cat. They have barbed penises that destroy your vagina on the way out, ruining you for all the other cats.
Yeah, I remember Dr. Tran.
Yeah, that was a good.
Now I
video
got that.
series.
Now I have that song stuck in my head. Thing.
Goodbye, horse house.
Goodbye, horses. By
Goodbye, horses.
I'm bragging over you. What was that?
That was putting the horses down.
Putting them down, you hurt their feelings by making loud noises?
No, we were shooting them because they broke their
Oh,
legs.
you were executing them for the state.
What if we did that to people? Like you broke your ankle and we just put you down.
Insane, yeah.
Don't the
How
Klingons?
long-
The Klingons
how long
do that.
can
'Cause
Robbie
Worf
be
like
able-
breaks his back, and he's like, and even though there's a chance that he could fix his spine, he's like, I want to fucking murder myself with this knife. It's so fucked
Val
up.
can't handle it.
Wait, murder myself. People don't murder.
Unless you had a
Not
clone.
today.
No, because I'd be a different person.
What would you guys do if you had a clone?
Hey guys, have we
I'd
talked
kill it
about?
because it
fuck
would
it.
threaten my existence.
Me and my clone would fuck.
But then
every day.
again, my clone would think the same way as me, so it would
I
probably
just-
try to kill me. We'd probably end up
We
killing
I
me.
do that.
we take shifts. We'd alternate. Like one of us would go to school one day, and then the other one like and the other one would stay home, and then vice versa. Like every
Yeah,
day.
but
So you
no, because remember that there's a Calvin Hobbes strip where he makes like fuck. He makes
Calvin
he makes
and
that'd be actually a good like parody strip. Like, and he takes his transmogrifier and he makes it into a duplicator.
Yeah.
And he like makes like 1 billion copies of it. It's like, okay, you guys are all gonna do my homework for me. Like, oh, fuck off. We're gonna go play outside. Like, isn't that what you expect? Like,
No,
that would
but
just be
I feel like
assholes.
if I was talking to myself, I'd be able to reason with myself really well. So
Really?
we
You can
probably
take
should-
shifts.
That's assuming that your
Yeah.
clone actually isn't almost an exact copy of you.
That's what we're saying.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I
That
read
doesn't mean like a
this book
shitty
one
clone.
time that
No.
I think did you read this book, that House of the Scorpion book?
Yeah.
Yeah, like this guy had a really
Oh,
good
I
idea. He would take his clones and he would like destroy their brains when they were still being developed, so they were basically like brain dead. But then he would harvest them for organs and live forever, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
so
you
he,
couldn't still live forever.
So he like he was
But
like
he tried
100.
to.
He was like 150 years old because he just, whenever an organ would like start failing, he would just replace it with one from his clone, and it'd be like a perfect match. So he basically had like a
How the fuck does a
like
150-year-old not die during surgery?
like like his body physically was like super young because he just he would just constantly transplant all his parts from his clones and let him die. But then like the book follows one of the clones that he let it keep its brain pretty much just to see how it like developed.
But that's like suspension of disbelief to another extreme, you know?
yeah,
Like that's crazy.
Oh, it's
Clones would, like,
Don't I talk about suspension of disbelief though?
Like if you had a clone, you'd be like trying to con. It would be like trying to con you into things as well as you like trying to get it to.
No, because I would establish trust with my clone because it's myself. I know how I think.
Yeah,
I'd
but
just
you
put a
would-
shotgun collar on its neck and be like, you do my bidding.
You would make it build the shotgun collar first, and then okay, now put it on you. I want to see how it looks. Fuck you! I got it.
Oh yeah, I'll just put this
Fucker.
on.
I tricked you. It's just a prank, man. There's a camera right over
It
there.
would just be really weird though. It would be really
It'd be awesome.
awkward.
Having a clone.
It wouldn't be awkward because we're the same thing. We're the same
Yeah,
entity.
because
probably
Val
play
wouldn't
hockey a
know
lot.
which Jake was the real Jake.
It's both the real Jakes. You just have two Jakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Val, how would you feel about that, having
Yeah.
two Jakes?
How is that gross? It's just the same person.
Yeah, I forgot that
Yeah,
he should have
but
reproduced by
it's
budding.
another one I have to take care of and handle. He's like a little baby, not to take care of two babies.
Despite the fact that he's like a giant in comparison to you.
Yeah, but he's like a. Oh my god!
Jake,
was a
why are
lot
you like
of backing.
DDTing her foot?
I feel like if I had another me, like we both eventually like we'd help each other out, like we'd discuss philosophy or something, and then generally like.
How could you
well,
discuss
eventually-
lessons? You would think the same exact
It would be
way.
very satisfying conversation because you both
It would
agree on
be-
everything.
We both ascend to the next
It would be
dimension of
the
human
ultimate
existence.
kind of like confirmation bias where it's like, oh, you also like Star Wars? Oh,
Me
you're the
too.
best guy ever,
Dude, like you
it's
can
like-
just like affirm yourself, like
It would get
like,
annoying.
like every argument, like just make up some bullshit argument and you both like agree with it.
It's like,
and
I
then
hate
just,
black
like,
people. Yeah,
Oh,
I do
it's-
too, right?
Yeah.
We'd probably just both end up making out with each other and like having sex.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
It's the same person. It's just masturbation.
No, it's not. It's sex.
No, it's not sex.
But you're not the same
It's not-
person. A
it's
clone
not-
of you is
it's
not the
just-
same.
It's the
Grant,
exact
it's
same
not
person.
gay if it's yourself.
Oh, I almost
No.
forgot.
Grant, but if John says this, then it has to be true because his clone would say that.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd agree.
And then my clone and I will disagree with you. So how do you counterbalance that?
I'd get cloned.
You
we
just
both-
all have a
all
gay
of our clones would
orgy.
disagree
Yeah.
with you, and then we'd start having sex in the middle of your living
So
room.
if-
You're like, it's
so
not
if-
gay, it's masturbation.
And then I would
Real
make 4
God
clones of
has
me.
Why would
sex
you
with
even
Grant's
masturbate like
clone.
someone's like?
Then it's
Like,
not.
like-
Then it's
I
okay.
should-
How would you masturbate
Well, how
with
do
someone?
you
No, why
masturbate
would you,
if
like,
you're
to prove a
putting your
fucking
dick
point,
into
Brad?
his
I'm
anus?
proving
It's
a
not
point.
his. It's all mine.
Your dick into your anus.
Yeah.
We're the same thing.
That's not masturbation if you're putting your
You're
own
not
It's the
dick
same
in
person.
your
thing.
anus.
The thing is,
The
it's
fact that
impossible.
but the fact that you acknowledge that you're you and that's your clone means that you're not
Well,
the
it
same
depends
thing.
on what
You
you
would both
consider
have
your
to be
clone.
you then.
It depends
Yeah,
on if
the
you
thing
consider
is-
your clone like an extension of your body or a completely separate.
Do you consider
entity.
thing is,
physically
I think
the
we
same
can agree.
person or mentally the
I
same
think we
person?
can agree that this is in a completely impossible situation. So
What about that
what I'm
sheep
saying-
they cloned? What if they made that sheep
That's
they
what you're-
cloned?
that's
No,
what
the
you're
sheep
saying.
lived for like a fucking week.
What if
But
they
that's
made it have
different.
sex with itself in
But
that
that's
week?
different. That's
They
different
were
because
both
the way
females.
they cloned that was it had to
They
start.
could scissor. I don't
It
know.
had to start as a
They have to,
baby.
like,
The
force
thing,
them
the thing is,
together.
it had to start as a baby and develop. So, like, your developmental process is, I believe, like, shapes a lot of who you are. But if we're saying an exact clone, like, right at that instant, there's another me.
Transmogrifier clone.
Yeah, an exact clone, where it's the exact same thing. Then it would not be gay because it's masturbation and it's my own body. So when you jerk yourself off, do you think about your dick and like you're jerking off and is that gay to you?
Yes.
I
Is
found out that
masturbation gay?
1 in 4 men, or on average 1 in 4 men, is flexible enough to suck their own dick without surgery.
Right, and that's not gay because it's your own body.
You have to practice though.
Is it gay if you touch your own dick?
That's masturbation, but
there you go.
But two
But if it's
different
literally-
beings are not the same
They have the
person.
same exact
By
makeup.
definition, they are two different beings.
They have the same exact makeup of each other. They're completely
They're
genetically
wearing
the same.
makeup.
Yeah,
They have the same exact soul.
We have
But
the same
fact-
shade of blush on.
But the fact that you acknowledge that one is John the original and another one is a clone is
They're
already
both
a
John the
confirmation.
original. They would both have to be.
Wait. I
Yeah,
have a
so you'd
solution,
have to
guys.
wipe your memory.
Robbie has a
basically.
solution.
Okay.
When you make the clone, just change the chromosome so it's a girl.
Oh,
There you go. Yeah, there we go. I'd have sex with myself, but then your babies would be super.
But wouldn't
super
all have
So it's
like
not the same person.
yeah, but
Your
just
baby would come
but
up just
just
Robbie, your baby would be inbred beyond belief.
Robbie,
There's
just
a movie
changing the chromosomes isn't enough to do it.
It'd be like a basket
it
case
could.
of
It
love.
would still have the same. It would still have like John's hairiness genes and shit. So John would be having sex with literally the world's ugliest fucking woman.
Oh,
and
thanks.
not that John's ugly, but
Would I
the
be a
only
beautiful
fucking
girl
difference
now?
would be. Imagine just
Yeah, but
John
then-
if he had a
but then it
vagina
wouldn't be
and
gay,
the
that's what I'm
I do
saying.
have a
That's
vagina.
just
I
the
think,
solution.
guys, I think we've already established that I would be a pretty girl.
Yeah,
So,
you, Jake.
No, you
I
wouldn't be a
would-
pretty girl. You'd just be the prettiest out of all of us. If
I'd
you
be
were.
the
We'd all be
prettiest.
fucking ugly as hell.
So-
Let's be honest. Brad would
So-
smell really bad, and
Jake might be
I
the
do
hottest
now.
transvestite.
Brad would have a beard. I don't know.
Thank you. So, it would be okay for me.
Robbie
I
would be
look
just
like
kind of
as a
awkward.
boy
He'd just
then.
be like,
You would,
I don't know. He
you
wouldn't
would
really
look
look
the
any
same.
different.
All Asians look the same, Val.
They
Don't
do.
You know
They
that?
do look the same.
Yeah, they do, honestly.
No, seriously. There's a quiz online you can do. Like to.
Quiz online.
You'd probably.
Yeah.
It's a click hole quiz,
I'm not
right?
saying this proves it. I'm not
It
saying
does.
this proves it. But what I'm saying is, there's a quiz online where like it shows you an image of an Asian person, and you have to say if it's a boy or a girl. And I got like 50%. But you'd probably be better at it because it's your own race, and you can tell the subtle differences.
I bet you
Do
all.
all white people look the same to you?
Yes.
See?
Exactly. You have like what's that disease?
Face blindness.
No, but
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
actually like mistaken people for me.
That's
Sometimes.
that's actually really sad. That's,
Yeah, what the?
How can you live with yourself?
Alright.
Come on.
I gotta
Guys.
bounce pretty soon.
Bounce!
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah,
You
man.
want to wrap it up? Nobody
Yeah.
has anything else
Let's
to
wrap
talk
it up.
about?
I'm good.
I've been
Okay.
quiet
Okay.
for lots
I'm
of the
game.
time, and I
Thank
don't.
Thank you
And-
for watching. Wait, thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening and holding out this long. And
If we were gay, we'd
no,
all be having
hang on.
sex.
No, say it at the
Well,
same
if we
time.
were, no, we don't. Let's start this over. Okay, thanks for listening.
Wait. If we were, if we had.
Stop- no. Let me say it. I have to say it.
Let's be John. Hurry up!
Start to say it. Thank you for listening. And as you all know, if we were all gay and we had gay clones of each other, we'd all be having a supermassive gay orgy.
Ew.
That was the Snastcast. Thanks for listening. Bye.